Today is fine day in California.
Hello, everybody. This is Nick, and welcome to the Friday Night Frenzy, where everything is canon. The topics, they're more like a set of guidelines. I apologize for the late start. Me and my co-hosts were discussing some events over on the Bird app that we are totally not going to talk about, but you all know what we're mentioning.
Oh yes, we are.
Oh God, dang it! I was gonna be more subtle about it and say we're not having curry tonight, but that okay, yeah, we're not talking about it though. We're not, you know, but yeah, how's everyone doing today?
Doing good,
Yeah.
doing good.
So we do have some comments here. Keely being ahead of the game, saying hi everybody. Hey Keely, how you doing? And then Nix is like bonjour. We're having a bit of a boys' night tonight because Nix wants to spend some quality family time. I can't blame her. So I invented my favorite butt monkey, C.A. Pence, to join us. I'm sorry. I'm constantly crapping on C.A. Pence. Doesn't deserve it. He's a good guy.
It's okay.
But he's also... Yes.
But
And of course, we have my favorite rooftop Korean, Chris
Yep.
and Vinatale.
Yobazel.
God dang it. So yeah, we don't really have any headlines, so let's just jump straight into that. It's a sweet wrap up. So 2024, what a year!
Oh
Oh,
God,
boy.
Yeah.
So first off, I just thought I'd ask you guys, what are you guys' general thoughts on 2024 in general? Was it good for you? Was it bad for you? Just general. Chris.
Oh, it was very bad. I mean, I can't think of too many positive things to say about this past year. You know, I had that expensive Comic-Con thing. Yeah.
You had a good booth.
Yeah, thanks. I just wish people cared.
I feel ya. I feel
yeah.
ya. Like as a person who does Comic Cons a lot myself, they can be very draining.
Yeah, both financially and mentally and physically. Yeah.
Emotionally.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So just know our friendly neighborhood mod is in the comments. So you all better be on your best behavior because her banhammer is thirsty.
Whatcha? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I wish I could say more positive stuff about the year, but yeah, man. Like, I guess The Penguin was okay. That was a pretty decent series that came out. But
What's
like,
funny is it was exactly the show that we all usually rail against, where it's like established IP, then strong women comes in and takes over the show. Except people didn't really complain about it, which I found kind of surprising.
yeah. Well, not only that, but like, you know, as the raging misogynist that I am, I was actually rooting. I was cheering for the female lead in this. I thought she did an amazing job. The actress was freaking awesome. The character was really well written. Overall, yeah, if you're a fan of like Breaking Bad or hell, even The Godfather and stuff, or Sopranos, this was a really good. Like I almost didn't want the Batman stuff, you know, because it was that good of like a mobster gang, like mafia show. It was really good.
You're telling me if you have a likable female character that people actually root for her?
Yeah.
No.
Range.
Oh. So let's see here. I guess we just shoot this link out. Okay. Nix, I sent you the link. So speaking of strong female woman, she should. Well, I didn't send her the link because she said she wasn't gonna be here, but she sent me a message like, "Hey, I can stream, so hey, I'm happy to have some more Nix in my life." But yeah, really interesting. Very interesting year for gaming. Let's just say we weren't able to reach a concordance.
Oh God. Yeah,
That like honestly, like the whole thing about Concord That has got to be one of the wild. Like that is like the wildest story. 2 weeks. It was out for 2 weeks, and they just pulled the plug.
It's because they were hemorrhaging so much money on their crappy promo. Like, so was it that Amazon series there that they had? Secret Level had like a episode dedicated to it. No, nobody like. You got to like the characters first, and then we'll be introduced to the world. And it's like they put the horse before the cart. They introduced a world that nobody cared about. The characters were garbage, and nobody liked the game.
We're talking about Concord next.
Oh, Concord. Oh, ooh, yeah.
So speaking of a W, Zeke brought up Marvel Rivals. See, this is what I find most hilarious about Marvel Rivals is the whole Jeff the Shark thing. Marvel themselves has been trying to make Jeff the Shark a thing for years now, and all it took was one game, and now everyone loves the guy. And to be fair, everything I see, he just looks like the goodest boy.
It's kind of funny that you say everyone loves him, because I've been seeing a lot of, like, maybe it's just memes, but I've got a lot of people, they pop up onto my timeline going, like, man, Jeff the Shark, and I hate that guy, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's because he has a move. He has a move where he can grab you and then drive you to the edge of a map and huck you off the edge of the map and kill you instantly.
Good
and
boy.
that pisses a lot of people off.
Also, the game has done the miracle of making Squirrel Girl interesting.
Yeah.
Who would have thought all you had to do was make her a thick girl? I mean, she's a squirrel girl. She likes nuts. I'll let all you perverts take that as you will.
God. Yeah, the Chinese games sure had their convenient their convenient surfacing this year as the Western markets collapsed conveniently.
Oh, yeah.
And bringing us to a full house is the man returning to the frenzy. We have Shiron.
Hey.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What up?
Good. We're just talking about Marvel Rivals, Jeff the Shark, and Concord. What are your thoughts, sir?
Honestly, it's nice to see something in the fray that's going to have some of the other battle royales have a little bit more competition. Should hopefully improve the quality of everything else altogether. Plus, the shark
how
is
dare
adorable.
you? How dare you? Yeah. Also, I love like his just swimming move. It was kind of giving me like Splatoon vibes. Like the way the shark was kind of swimming. Like, I mean, clear. Like there's probably what they're inspired by, but yeah. I did see Sonic 3 yesterday.
Yeah, saw that.
Oh my
How'd
god!
that go?
I freaking loved it. 10 out of 10.
Nice.
Nice. Best of the series so far.
Yeah, I think Vaughn was saying that too, dude. That's awesome. Like,
save for the mid-credit scene. That's all I ask is save for the mid-credit scene. Nix, you especially will want to say it. All I'm saying, Nix, is it'll leave you feeling hammered.
Oh no!
My older brother already ruined it for me.
No.
His girlfriend went to go see it the minute she came back. She went to America to go and visit her mom, and the minute she got back, like the day after, I think, they went and saw Sonic 3. And I was like, I freaking hate you.
Okay, without spoiling it, because I feel like we're still kind of in spoiler territory for the movie.
But I am still going to go see it.
But since you know the spoiler, what do you think?
I think they definitely should have actually had the character in the movie. But that's on me. Whatever.
But he did
it's
make for a good
part
post.
of OG story, and I'm not happy about it, but I'm happy about it, I guess.
Yeah. I gotta say, as soon as I saw Maria, I did say dead girl walking. In the theater, I am not proud of that. I am not actually proud of that. But the movie actually did a really good job of showcasing Maria and Shadow's friendship. I was waiting for the Sonic 06 moment to drop, but they actually surprisingly kept it in the friendship realm. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I am happy for Shadow. And the thing is, Keanu Reeves definitely did not phone this performance in. Like it's a Keanu Reeves performance, but you can tell he's actually putting effort into it. You know. So I'll give him some credit. Also, I love Idris Elba as Knuckles. He just goes for it. Like, that man has no shame. And I freaking love his performance as Knuckles. Like, oh my god, he is so great as Knuckles. I love it. Every time he opens his mouth, it's pure gold.
Yeah, I was a little iffy about having Idris Elba play Knuckles, because Knuckles is usually one of those characters that's supposed to sound younger, because they're all teenagers. Except for Eggman, obviously, and Shadow to some extent.
Yeah.
Who is in, like, a cryo sleep for 50 years. But, yeah, no, he nails it. He's very funny.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wish they would have made Gerald Robotnik more on, like, the frightening side. Because Jim Carrey can go to those places.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
My niece was scared, or not my niece, my cousin, my younger cousin, 19 years old. She admitted to me the other day, she's like, when I was a kid, Jim Carrey and the Grinch freaked the hell out of me, man. I had nightmares.
Oh, God.
I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he probably had nightmares himself, because from what I hear, that makeup was a beast to put on him.
He literally had
he
to get CIA torture training techniques in order to bear it.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Now we have CGI to do it all and AI.
Yeah, well, he said too that if he ever had to do the Grinch, a sequel movie, which there is actually a sequel book to The Grinch Stole Christmas, that if he had to go and do a sequel, he'd probably just CGI it all.
Yeah.
He didn't want to put himself through that torture again.
So, fun story. So when he auditioned for The Grinch, he was so deep into method acting Andy Kaufman, which I don't know if you've heard about this for like his Man on the Moon. He went so freaking method with Andy Kaufman. It was, yeah, they actually have a documentary, otherwise known as How Jim Carrey Was an Asshole for 2 years. But apparently the story is when he auditioned for The Grinch, the way he had to do it was Andy Kaufman pretending to be the Grinch, pretending to be Jim Carrey, pretending to be the Grinch. There's like two different layers of acting.
That's like, I'm a dude playing a dude that looks like another dude.
Oh God, yes. I don't think they'll ever put Silver in movies. He's way too obscure.
Kind of. I mean, he's one of the major frontline characters now. But
What about Espio?
Espio's, I'd say, a little bit more obscure because nobody talks about Team Chaotix anymore.
That's true.
Unfortunately. RIP.
See, that's kind of the problem, is we are kind of running into the wall of Sonic nostalgia. Because I firmly believe Sonic nostalgia ends with Sonic Adventure 02. And that's when you get like a whole nother generation of Sonic fans, is when like with the GameCube era.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the fact that, realistically speaking, Sonic Adventure 2 is technically one of the last games where the Sonic series had what I would like to call full and true continuance.
Yeah.
Because the first 3 Sonic games do actually continue narratively into the first Sonic Adventure and 2.
A little bit.
It's very rough, but there are people who have actually pointed out like the narrative through threads, which probably worked more.
I mean, Sonic and Story, especially in their era, was very rough at best. Like, you got to realize Japan and America had 2 separate continuities.
Yep. Yeah. It was like the Archie Comics one. Then there was like remember the really dark one? Like there's a Saturday morning cartoon. It got real dark. I was like, damn.
I'm sorry. We'll never see Sally Acorn again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I just think like, because there's a lot of Sonic fans where their first encounter with Sonic was the GameCube, like the Mega Collection Plus, Adventure, Heroes. That's a whole other, like all the Gen Z Sonic fans got their start on the GameCube, whereas a lot of the Genesis fans, it kind of ended with Sonic Adventure 2 and the Dreamcast. It's a perfect dovetail because you got like Adventure 2, you got the Dreamcast ending, you got Sega ending the console. It's kind of a perfect little bow.
Oh, dude, you just reminded me of something from that Sega recently did. That.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are not going to release a Dreamcast Mini or a Saturn Mini or any future minis because Sega is not a retro games company. Congratulations, you just convinced everybody to emulate your games.
Okay, yeah, two things.
Pretty much.
One, they are a retro game company because they release the same 20 Genesis games every 5 years.
Yep.
Two, I'm actually not going to blame them for not, because Saturn, nobody cares about the Saturn. Because you got to realize these mini consoles are not for us. They are not for us gamers. They're for the people to be like, oh, hey, I remember playing a Super Nintendo as a kid. Oh, it's only $60. I'll buy it to play with my kids. Mm-hmm. They're the most casual thing way you can do it. So it has to be mainstream appeal. I could see an N64 mini working.
Yeah, I could see a Dreamcast one too because it was the last hurrah.
Dreamcast, maybe.
Well, I think
definitely not the Saturn. Popular. Not the Saturn.
Yeah. Saturn aside, I think that the Dreamcast actually got more popular after it was like Sega went under.
Oh wow.
I mean, I'm a Dreamcast fan myself. The Dreamcast is probably one of my favorite consoles.
Yeah, I didn't develop an appreciation for it until I started emulating it, and I was like, these games hold up. This is better than the PS2.
Oh, that's a flame war I have no interest in being a part of.
No, from a graphical perspective, the hardware in the Dreamcast could support progressive scan. It had I can't remember all of the different tech specs, but
I need to bring back Falco, because you know that the GTA 3 on Dreamcast project.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually part of the Discord. I'm seeing all the behind the scenes crap right now. It's really impressive, and I need to bring Falco back on and talk about this because I actually was part of a Dreamcast dev team doing a mini game at one point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, I think the Saturn was kind of the beginning of the end for me for being a Sega fan because
Sega burnt too much goodwill during the Saturn era.
Their tower power was a disaster. I'm sorry, but putting a Franken thing underneath your
32X TV was such a bad idea. I think the Sega CD was fine because that came out in 92.
Yep.
But the 32X having come out a year before the Saturn was really freaking stupid.
It was, and I think that was so we went from the 32X where it was what the hell? Not only that, but I actually had a friend who had the 32X, and for the life of us, we couldn't see any improvements. It was this is just a Genesis. What is the point of this? It was the
32X is powerful. It has power, but it's kind of like a middle ground between the Genesis and the Saturn. I'm sure in another timeline they just release a whole other console that is essentially the 32X, but it can play Genesis games, and it was successful. I could see that working.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could talk about the Saturn stuff all day long. That's a great conversation. But I want to kind of bring it back to 2024.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Nix, how was 2024 for you?
Pretty all right. Not great, not terrible.
Do you mind if I?
Yeah, go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think my net is just crashing out, so unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to miss a lot of this. But I'm glad that you had me on. So.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime. Feel free to hang out in the comments, and it's fine. Restream can be kind of stupid. The same thing was happening to Jared at one point, so you're fine.
Fair enough. You
Didn't
guys
let
have a
me
great
on.
stream, though. I'll be hanging out in the comments.
All right, cool.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Have a good one, man.
Nick, what were you saying?
I said a restream almost didn't let me on. You sent me the link. I clicked on it, and it sent me to like it's loading, and it's like, hang on, we're just getting things ready for you. And it did that for like a minute or two. So then I like clicked out of it, and then I clicked onto the link again. That time it worked. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I still refuse to support StreamYard because like they jacked up the prices way too much for me to want to support it.
Fair enough.
But I'm open to another thing. If another service that comes along. That's where I'm at, the comics. But yeah. I feel like 2024 can be best summed up as the year we won. I'm not just talking about a certain election. I'm talking about like video game after game coming out and failing, movies coming out and bombing. I think they might be starting to get the message.
It's either won or lost, depending on how you look at it. Because if you buy into the conspiracy that this was all deliberate sabotage, and it kind of feels that way, we're seeing the collapse of American industry and being replaced by a Chinese industry. You know, like all these savior games that have come out, Marvel Rivals, Black Myth Wukong, those are all communist Chinese games. There are no private businesses in China. Everything is owned by the CCP. And Tencent and all these other companies that hold a big influence over Western game developers are the ones that have flooded Western game markets with all that, woke mind virus crap.
I think I think time will tell, because the problem is a lot of these projects take years to develop.
Yep.
And we're probably still going to be seeing woke games for at least the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Look at that. But I think as early as the middle of next year, we might start to see some more games from Western devs not be like that, because ultimately these people like money.
Yep.
And investors are going to demand a return on their investment. And there's only so long you can fund mediocrity and failure before people want to make money.
And a lot of the investors, though, like Tencent, I did a little legwork, and I was terrified to see how much of investment Tencent and other like the Nine and NetZen and all those companies have, NetEase have in Western game development. Like,
Ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's like pretty hefty percentages. Like some of them, it's close to majority shareholder, and it's like, how did this happen?
If you're trying to say that they're tanking all these brands and then scooping up and buying them, why would they ruin the brands? Just like, I think they have to know, like, okay, we ruined Lara Croft enough that we can get her for pennies on the dollar, but she's already a ruined brand. You know.
Well, it's because it's a sparring partner. It's not. So what happened is there's a thing called quanqi in Chinese business, which is basically a polite way of saying corporate espionage, where you develop a relationship with your quote unquote sparring partner by getting into the company, learning all of their trade secrets, learning how the sausage is made, essentially. And then once you learn everything that you need, that company, that sparring partner, needs to be destroyed. And when it gets destroyed, your savior product that you build with all that knowledge that you've gotten over those years becomes, it replaces it. So these companies
here's the problem, though. Here's the problem I see. Like, there's a reason China will never rule the world. And it's simple. Evil cannot create; it can only corrupt. As a corrupting force, China is powerful, but it cannot create. It is proven time and time again.
I know. Create. I mean, not to bring up Infinity Nikki, but damn, did they create with that? Like, it's kind of funny because it's a Chinese company that went from making, from what I can tell, exclusively phone games to making what has become one of the hottest games, and that's not just me saying it. Like, it's gotten big enough that you've got major YouTubers, or at least like Peanut Butter Gamer, talking about it.
Peanut Butter Gamer, they sent him a crate and in the crate was actually a hot Chinese wife that made him review.
Oh,
I give you good loving. You give Gang good review. Okay, that's actually kind of racist. I'm gonna...
he's married and has a
Milo.
I'm sorry. I'm canceled, guys.
It's
I'm canceled.
It's like a legitimately great game. Like, I can't give it any kind of, like, the only thing I can't praise is how laggy it is on the higher up settings, and
I mean that's
recommended.
that's really most games now. Most
Yeah.
games are laggy pieces of crap.
But if
Like if we're gonna do a prediction, I think we're gonna enter a reckoning where it's like you can't just keep throwing $1,000 video cards at stuff and have it work. You can't do that. You know, like sorry.
But it's genuinely good, and it really does show that aesthetics sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh,
none
very
of
much
the
so.
characters are, or the game itself is especially like sexy or sexually provocative. It's just a cute girl in a cute world doing cute things and vanquishing monsters in a very cute way, and
Like, that's
people
like-
are eating it up.
I like seriously, that is literally all you need to do. Like when I was creating Screecher, I made it a point. I wanted Avery / Screecher to be attractive, for her to be appealing. Not overly sexualized, but I wanted her to be cute, like with a cute face, a nice smile, you know, an attractive figure, but not like, oh, she's got boobs hanging out to here.
I feel personally attacked.
I was about to
I
say.
I mean, considering your picture right now, you should be.
Hey, hey, that's Aoife from Infinitale, by the way. And
Infinitale, more like Infinite Boobs.
well,
now
that's
I'm
the thing
jealous.
yeah.
Well, if you want Infinite Boobs, you should buy his book.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like I don't have like a cheesecake book, but it was
That's
fun
the
to
person
see.
with the picture right now.
Yeah, well that's the thing is like it's fun to see like extra like you know a side art of like how they could be cheesecake because the actual book is it's
So,
not
man.
bad. Yeah, it's like the Pirates of Darkwater. It's you're not gonna get like the big old tig-o biddies flying everywhere, you know.
It's tame.
Yeah.
It's a good fun fantasy, is what it is.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Hey, of course.
I try it.
But like
God.
that's literally all you need to be in this day and age to do well is cute, fun, and enjoyable. People don't want feminism, racism, blah 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 blah. They just want a cute little escapism game.
Yep.
And the thing
We
is,
all
like,
know the world sucks. We want to escape from it.
Yep.
like I'm gonna show an image that I guarantee you everyone here has seen before.
Oh yeah, the bathing suit issue.
Like this
Yep.
is cheesecake, but both the men and the women look good.
All
but-
I'm seeing is a blank screen.
Oh,
Rip.
Oh, really?
Poor Nix.
It's just the background of Restream for me.
It's just for us boys. That's what it is.
No, but like look at like Colossus. Like also I love how Jubilee is flexing too.
God, I'd love to.
Next, I'm showing the beach party image that Jim Lee did.
Oh,
For
well, that'd
X-Men.
be nice to see.
I'll send it to you on Twitter. How about that? But like,
Yeah.
look at like, yes, but the thing is, both genders have the cheesecake.
I'm looking at it now on like YouTube.
yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I'm a
It's
filthy
fun,
peasant.
once again.
Psylocke.
And that's kind of the thing is the people are hungry for like the bare minimum of just fun things, and that's all China has to give people is that bare minimum, and people are gonna be hungry for it.
I mean,
Well,
have we seen Squirrel Girl in Rough Rivals?
That's
Well,
what I'm
dude,
saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's why it lends credence to my conspiracy here is that these games are nothing special, but in a market that's been starved because everything is like woke garbage, you have like ugly women and you've got
Yeah,
dour-
women
like-
love cheesecake too.
yeah, And all you need to like these aren't even particularly that sexy or that like well rendered.
Extra thick.
Like she looks like AI art. I'm sorry, but like it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. But when you do a comparative analysis between this and what the garbage we've been getting from the West, this
I'm
looks
sorry.
amazing.
I'm sorry, Chris. I have a sickness for the thickness. do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Look at. I'm sorry. Look at those thighs. Do you know how many lives she's saving with those things?
I think you're proving his point, man.
Nick, on Saturday, I need you to give me a free bonk.
Go to Hornet Jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Sweet.
But like you know how you were saying like the evil cannot create, it can only corrupt or whatever. Well, yeah, in a way that is true. But as somebody that worked in that industry for over a decade, the thing that I noticed was toward the end of my career, everything there was let's replicate stuff that already existed. And like we haven't seen a new game genre since over almost 2 decades, dude. The last new game genre required plastic toy instruments.
MOBA.
No, MOBA is older than Guitar Hero.
Are you talking? Oh, Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Well, I would say MOBA hit with League of Legends. That was like obviously you have like a wind up period for like a lot of genres.
Yeah.
But I'd say the MOBA was like the last truly big genre.
Well, yeah, but Rock Band came out after League of Legends, and you had the drums, and you had the, you know what I mean?
All right. I need to look this up because I thought
dude, I when I was working at that company with Kern, one of his lead producers went over to Riot and started working on
2009, October 27, 2009, it launched.
Guitar Hero is like 2005.
2004 because it was on the PS2, I think.
Oh yeah.
So 2007. So there's a few years difference, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and not only that, but MOBA started off as a mod for Warcraft 3, which is like 1998 or
2000.
Yeah, or 99. Yeah, it was, but it was just, and same thing with Tower Defense, and like all of these games started off as mods.
2002, that was the release date for Warcraft 3.
Oh really? Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that. It was only 2 years before World of Warcraft.
I mean, you do know that like World of Warcraft was actually built off of the Warcraft 3 engine. That a lot of the early shots of World of Warcraft were actually made in engine of Warcraft 3.
I worked with a bunch of the dudes that worked on that, and
you literally worked for Mark Kern's company. So
yeah. I mean, if you talk to him, just ask him. He's the sole savior of all that shit. But I
mean, I'm sure he had an important impact on it, but maybe not as much as he likes to admit.
Yeah. I the environmental artist, or at least one of them, literally sat 2 chairs from me. when I was so. When we were working on the Firefall stuff, he was talking about all of his World of Warcraft stories. And
I'm sure there were. I'm sure there were good stories. To be fair.
Oh yeah. There was the guy gave his notice when he quit, and it was literally in the expansion when you go out to what is it, Draenor. There's this like orc skeleton sitting.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, that's his. Basically, it's like, this isn't the world that I remember. This isn't.
Wasn't that like a forum moderator or something?
No, that was the environmental artist. Yeah, that was. So I don't want to drop names, but
Nyx currently has a gun to my head. She is saying I have to share this picture, or else.
You don't have to, but.
Nyx, there is a gun off screen. Like there's a floating gun. I don't know how you wandered into my room, but the gun is staring at me menacingly. And it has a note on it saying, "Show this picture or else." So I'm doing it right now. I'm doing this under duress. I'm trying to torture right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go.
So Nyx, go ahead.
Chinese made game.
But this is one of the pictures I took of one of the newest suits I got from Infinity Nikki. It was about $40 real money to get.
What?
But I got it as like a little Christmas gift to myself.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's not the full suit, but when I got the full suit, and I could actually pull up a picture of the full thing because it's actually really gorgeous, but it kind of reminded me of the Virgin Mary.
Oh, yeah, it's got the blues. Yeah, says the Jewish guy.
But
by the way, Chris, happy Hanukkah.
Oh, thanks, Chag Sameach. I know it's night 3.
It's night 3. I was actually going to ask you that. How many more nights you got left?
Yeah, well, there's 8 crazy nights. Sorry.
Bum dee 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 dee.
Oh no!
I just want to say, I'm like, it always surprises me the things that like take off on like the TikTok sites. The fact that like a movie from like 20 years ago, a random scene just took off on TikTok or whatever, like it just surprises me.
Yeah, Rob Schneider there is the Chinese guy.
And what's really crazy is even if you watch the scene in context, it still comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh man.
1 minute, you've got what's his name? Adam Sandler just crying and screaming. I have actually watched the movie once when I was like really freaking young.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just start singing, and it's like, where did this come from?
From what I hear, the movie's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
the deer poop
long
thing.
live Hanukkah, long live O.J. Simpson, not a Jew.
Yeah, definitely not a Jew. Oh man.
Oh god.
Oh,
Nick's is putting more guns to my head. Nick, share it and I'll put it on the screen. Just do that, please. It's fine.
It's Nick's Team 1 coming to your house.
I shared it in
SEAL
the
Team Nick's.
yeah, there we go. Breach bang and clear.
Nick's, you can share your screen. Do that and I'll show it.
Oh, give me a second then.
Oh god, I should have said that.
Oh,
I should not have said that. So, what do you guys think 2024? So obviously,
If it will let me, I don't think it's gonna let me for some
No
reason.
need.
Oh wait.
So, what do you guys think that it's been all but confirmed that we're getting the Nintendo Switch 2?
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely.
the Super Switch or whatever.
Mhm.
I have no idea what they're gonna call it.
No, it's going to be called the Switch 2. I think that's pretty much all but confirmed.
Oh, because I know their internal names, dude. Like remember how Sega named? Oh, hey, that looks cool.
Yeah.
She's got the veil.
Mary, did you know?
My Facebook for some reason on my thing is being weird, but yeah. I'm actually really proud of it because like it's it's not a game for everyone.
You're proud of a blank screen?
No. Like I said, I don't know what's going on.
No need.
No need.
But for some reason, my browser does not want to work properly.
No.
'Tis the season. But
Yeah.
like it's not a game for everyone, and I will fully admit that, but it's got a little something for everyone. It's a lot of people have been saying it's just a cute, easygoing, open world kind of adventure game.
Yeah.
And it really is. I can say
And you know what? That appeals to some people. Like,
that appeals to a lot of people,
Yeah.
actually.
It's
I mean,
got a
people
lot
need
of
to
random
realize
activities.
The Sims isn't one of the best-selling games of all time for no reason.
That's right.
True.
Like, just because The Sims isn't for you, just because it isn't a game to appeal to you, doesn't mean it's a game that doesn't appeal to 20 million people.
Dude,
True.
I despise sports games, and Madden is one of the biggest franchises in EA's catalog.
I am not a COD
Clearly.
person,
Yeah,
but I
same
literally
here.
have to hear my neighbor above me playing COD all night. And, like, also, my girlfriend will not shut the duck up about COD. I love you, girl, but please.
Whiskey
please
Tango
talk about
Fox
something
Trot.
other than like Ghosts or Soap for 2 freaking. God damn. I hope he's not watching right now.
But yeah, like all of these games though, these savior games that have come out in 2024, they're all Chinese communist owned.
Yeah.
True.
And that worries me. 30,000 people plus out of work in the West. Suddenly we get a bunch of surprise hits coming from China.
See, and this
Be
is where I'm
fair.
going to acknowledge. and see as their propaganda is so effective,
Mhm.
is I am fully cognizant of what you're saying, but I don't care, and I'm cheering for it because I'm so pissed off with how the gaming companies treated me. I will take China literally putting a collar around my neck if it means
Damn.
fighting the people who hate me.
Not
Well,
I,
that's-
because I went
yeah.
to Indies.
Yeah,
Indies
that-
are the
same
other
here.
way.
By the way, I am being hyperbolic.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. It just. But that's
For
the
the
thing
people
is
who
like.
are going to clip that, I am being hyperbolic.
Yeah, like the antagonism of the like back in 2004, 2005 when I got into the industry, that was like the first disillusionment that I had was how much of an like animosity the business had against its customers.
Right.
And I, my first kind of gig in there, because we were in a small indie studio, you had to wear multiple hats, and they didn't know what to do with me because I was like a narrative designer. I didn't have any technical skills at the time, So I did game
And then
mods.
they saw like, oh, you're a rooftop Korean during the LA riots. Well,
Yeah,
this one's
design a sniper rifle.
No. I gotta finish the joke.
All right.
Well, this one's definitely a straight shooter.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry. I had to finish the joke. I'm sorry.
Well, they put me in as community manager, and what that meant was I created the forums and I moderated the forums. So I had
so you can snipe the trolls.
No, well, that's the thing is like we had an amazing community for that that game back in the day, like the startup game, and I had direct interface with these people, and it sucked because a lot of them like wanted to be my friend and stuff.
For the record, Chris was working on the really weird and expensive bus game.
Yeah, I was the one that did that one where it was a real-time drive from Los Angeles to Vegas. But no.
The one where Mark Kern had Monster Garage spend half the game's budget on a bus.
Oh God, the mobile gaming, whatever the hell that crap was.
He worked on Firefall.
Yeah, well, this startup was before the Firefall one, but it was and so I was in the forums, and these guys all wanted to be my friends because it's like, oh hey, elbow nudge, let's get access in there or whatever. But no, I kept it professional, and I tried my best to communicate.
Did any of the female influencers send you some tiggle biddies in exchange for?
No.
When's the next patch coming out?
No, this was before like women were like promoted so heavily. No,
this was before women existed. Sorry, Nix.
On the internet.
My ribs started hurting. And
wait, there's women on the internet?
No.
Oh my God.
But in the early 2000s, we were kind of the pre-Anita Sarkeesian crap where like everything had to be about women. So like the female gamers that were there were few and far between. And we didn't have that like, well, women make up 50% of the gaming market. It's like, no, they don't.
I miss Morgan Webb. I just want to say, like, here's the craziest thing. Morgan Webb was more of a gamer than like Adam Sessler was the token white dude. Was the token dude on that show. Like Morgan Webb was freaking legit. Like, and you could hear it, like the way she talked about games, the way she covered it. She knew her crap. Like, oh my God,
she was a hottie and everything, but I still
she was good on the eyes, but she knew her stuff. And it's like we got like the best example of like a female covering games, and we were spoiled, and it's all been downhill from there.
It really like
start coming back.
Yeah, it really like because we've seen a major disservice for women in gaming where if you look at Twitch and it's all the Camstitutes, and it's like you really taken it away from actual girl because there is a minority of girl gamers. Obviously, we got one on our panel.
Yeah,
here,
like I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say this right now. If I had the choice between watching Amaranth stream and Nyx, I would choose Nyx every time because at least
because she's gonna play a game, not like
like game that she likes. I would rather watch Nyx play a game than Amaranth.
How well do you think Amaranth would have kept pace with the four of us dissecting Silent Hill
or just
horrific narrative?
Oh God, Nyx! Imagine you both did like a speed running race for Majora's Mask. You would run circles around her.
Well, yeah,
the merits.
In my
And
defense,
next would be like, I'm gonna plop my butt down and sit here for a half an hour. Give her a chance to catch up, and you still beat her by 5 hours.
well, like in her defense, I've played the game like 27 times growing up. I don't remember where everything is and how to do everything exactly, but like I do still play it. I'm gonna be playing it again after the New Year's on
And
my
that's what-
Twitch. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what gives you credence, though. You're the one that plays the games, actually enjoys them.
Yeah, you're actually
engaged.
legit, and there's lots of other women like you. Like when
Yeah.
Lost Lenore plays Tekken, you know, she loves playing Tekken. She
Yeah.
loves the
so
game.
do I. She kicked my ass in it though.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I don't know.
But that's, you know, going back to like when I was interfacing with the community though, like it really struck me as odd when like it was like 9 months had gone by and we had no communication, like no new news or anything. And the forum started getting a little rowdy and people were like, what the hell? Like this was before Kickstarter and before Indiegogo and all that stuff. So online panhandling was the only way that these indies could generate any like, you know, crowdfunding revenue. So people had donated thousands of dollars and all this stuff. And they're like 9 months of no news or anything. And like they started getting upset. And I fully sympathize with them. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, and they're like, well, can you give us any new information? And I brought it to the owners, these spoiled kids who, you know, really shouldn't have had no business running a company, you know. And I'm like, hey, I'm getting, you know, this is the buzz I'm getting on the forums. These are the people that are supporting us. Is there anything that you would like me to communicate to them? And I basically got, screw them. You know, they're a bunch of whiny bitches. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
these are the people that keep the lights on. We're only here because of them.
I honestly, as a content creator myself, I mean, obviously I'm creating YouTube stuff, but as a person of comics, which, by the way, I need to show you guys something. So, Chris, keep talking. I need to go grab something.
Okay. Yeah. So after, you know, I diplomatically dealt with that, I ended up going back to the forums and explained to them. I gave them a kind of a very politically inspired message where I was explaining how the industry is very cutthroat, and because we were a small indie,
correct.
yeah, we're a very small company, and because of our limited resources, if we were to spill the beans on exactly what we were doing, bigger companies with more resources could beat us to market with our own stuff. So that's why we were kind of in, you know, running in the black. You know, we were keeping it quiet. And
But Chris, you don't have enough drive. You don't have enough. You're too much of a jock, Chris.
Yeah, I'm an
You're
uncultured swine.
You're too much of a jock. You need to be more nerdy. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
But
Yeah,
that
Chris.
tided. Yeah, I know. But that tided over that, you know, that satisfied the concerns, because I was like, I hear your concerns, I understand, and I agree. You know, I'm like, this is why we're not doing what we're doing. You know, you can agree with it or not. I'm sorry if this upsets you, because we appreciate you. I appreciate that you've literally backed us. Like, you've given us money. You deserve, at the very least, you know, an answer that isn't dismissive. So, you know, I did all that, and it was like, whoo, you know, I put that fire out, and I was really proud of myself. Maybe that was my problem, you know, self high five. And I'm like, woo, and they're all like, well, what'd you do that for? You know, like, that's what I got from like these spoiled kids.
Your job, because that's your job.
And they're like, well, whatever. There's always going to be whiny bitches. Like, don't worry about it. I'm like, dude, like, put out a fire when it's small. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maximize myself here, because
joke.
all right, all you thirsty Screecher fans, I got something special to show you here.
Oh yeah.
So if you follow my social media, you may have seen me post this, but I want to show it to you in person. Just take this real quick.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Screecher number 3, baby!
Woo!
Yep, it's all here, all 24 pages.
Oh, look at
It
that.
has come out beautifully. It's on its way to RJ. We're going to be doing it in phases. We're hoping to have everything sent out by the end of February. That's
nice.
the goal. I'll keep you updated. Still need to make the stickers, the prints, and the cards, but the comics are done.
Very cool. Oh, it's Zen Garden.
Yeah. So just wanted to kind of show you guys this real quick to show you, yep, it exists. All right, we can continue Chris's infinite rants. Infinite rants.
I'm sorry.
Can I just say before that though, I kind of find it funny that a game studio that makes female-oriented games is kind of the one like giving the mass majority of gamers what they're wanting in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we're kind of seeing the rise again of AA studios. Like obviously Larian's Baldur's Gate, I think, kind of set a fire to the industry.
Oh yeah.
No, but I mean
Definitely.
like because Paper Games or whatever, the Chinese developers of Infinity Nikki, they've only done phone games before this. All of them were female-oriented phone games,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're
they
making.
sorry, they have cute stuff, is what it is, and we're starved for cute.
And women do like cute stuff.
Yes.
They know their audience.
But not only that, they like I've seen a lot of like straight men, older straight men with families get really into the game too. Like I was saying earlier, Peanut Butter Gamer. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the gameplay itself is also really solid, and it's got a little something for everyone.
Also, even like I'm just gonna say it, even straight guys like playing dress up. Pence, let me ask you a question, and you know exactly. Pence knows exactly. No. Pence knows exactly where this is going. Pence,
I do. It just doesn't sound good. All right, go on.
Okay, Pence, we played Final Fantasy 14 together, right?
Oh yes.
And I play a female cat girl in that game.
Yeah, you do.
How many times did I change? Like, how many times did you see me with a different outfit in that game?
You didn't just come in with a different outfit. You come and show off the outfit.
Literally every time we get up, I'd have a different outfit.
You come in and be like, "Hey, what do you think of my outfit?" I was like, "What are we, boyfriend and girlfriend here?"
And I'm so I'm just gonna say it, yeah. Like, and how many guys in World of Warcraft?
Wait. You might want to explain what that is, because I just said, "What are we, boyfriend girlfriend here?"
No, we're very good friends. We're very good friends.
There you go.
And by the way, I purposely chose that worded it like that.
Of course,
just
you
to piss you off. But no. How many times have we seen like all the guys play like, oh, if I'm going to be staring at an ass for 15 hours, I wanted to be no, you want to play as a hot girl and you want to put her in nice clothes. Just admit it, dude.
Well, that Marvel Rivals game. Yeah. Well, that Marvel Rivals game, they're like, they have some strategic camera angles with their little character vignettes. And if you play as Black Widow, she's got this like yoga pants style, like, butt crack wedgie outfit. And when you select her and it goes into the game, she literally turns her butt to the camera, crouches down, bends forward, and the camera zooms directly out.
You know what I would do if I was Marvel? You know what I would do if I was Marvel Rivals? I would have one of Black Widow's victory poses be the band Tracer one.
Yeah.
Because they can't sue, because that's a very common like pose for women.
Yeah.
Like if I were Marvel Rivals, I would literally do that, because people would pick up on it.
Well, that's the other thing. Isn't it sad how sabotaged Blizzard was with their awful... They stole Overwatch 1 from their customers, replaced it with this awful Overwatch 2 hostile to consumers business model, didn't deliver on what they promised. The game is now in the crapper. And out of nowhere, suddenly this Chinese version with a Western property comes out and just gangbusters them,
It is very clear that the Overwatch that was made is not what the Overwatch that became. Because if you look at like Overwatch, when all the characters had appealing character designs.
Yep.
Like, obviously,
I work with those guys, dude.
Like, that first trailer was awesome. That Pixar-esque trailer.
Yeah.
Like, they did a home run with that game right out of the bat.
Yeah, and to think that started as basically Firefall. I mean, the
Project Titan, I believe.
Yeah, Project Titan. Project Titan is Firefall, dude. It's an MMO shooter, and if you look at all of the classes, like I can show you some of the design docs we have. It's like one for one. And when Red 5 started going south, the art director, the character designer, all those people jumped ship back to Blizzard. They tucked tail. They got on their sinking ship and jumped back to Blizzard, and they took all that shit with them. And lo and behold, I'm sitting there with my former coworkers on social media going, hey, that looks really familiar.
But yeah, I do think Astrobot, as much as people were complaining, I think that was a W for the game industry. Like,
oh yeah, cute little robot dude. How could you not love that?
Mario Sunshine, yeah.
Woo!
Like, okay, yes, Astrobot is basically just doing the Mario thing.
Yep.
But for a Mario clone, it's a very good one.
Mhm.
And yes, it does reference a lot of PlayStation games. That's the whole entire point of Astrobots. But come on, you don't like it in the cute little prop or the rapper outfit? I mean, look at the little ears.
Yeah. Well, that's the what is it? The Minions, the God, what the hell was that game that came out? Not Party Animals. The one like the something Fall Guys or whatever.
Yeah.
The Legos. Like you take a property and then you can bolt on other properties to it for reference.
Mm-hmm.
And it works, mascots. Man. To think that those Astrobots started off as PSVR mascots.
Oh, is that what they were?
Yep. That was
and by the way, I'm not kidding when Astrobot prop of the rapper is freaking adorable.
Up, a hip it to the hop, to the left, right.
Kick, chop, chop, chop. Oh my god. I've tried playing those games multiple times. They are really hard.
The onion head guy, the sensei.
It's literally the first level too.
Yep.
But look at that. Sorry.
Man.
You know what kind of looks like a black mage from Final Fantasy?
Yeah, it's Vivi.
Also,
yes.
I just really want to see PlayStation All Stars. So we can have so you have Joel from The Last of Us, and one of the dropped items is literally a golf club.
Ouch.
Do you ever play that PlayStation All Stars game?
Was it any good?
No.
No.
So they forgot what made Smash Bros. Like the whole point of Smash Brothers, okay, was that it wasn't like a health game. It was like you were basically like fighting gravity. The more you beat somebody up, the less gravity they had. Mm-hmm. Like that was the whole point. And in this one, it was like you could beat the crap out of somebody until all of their health is gone, but they're still not going to go down until you like finish them off with like your special move.
My brother got my older brother got the PlayStation All Stars game, and it looked all right. Not really super exciting.
Their choices of characters were really weird.
Also, the new Dante really pissed me off. Like
we were this close to having Dart. We almost had a Fire Emblem moment. Like there's literally a model for Dart in the game. Dart from Legend of Dragoon. Like basically, Legend of Dragoon is that one RPG that PlayStation fans won't shut the F up about. It is like one of the biggest hipster games of all time.
Yeah.
But like imagine if he had been in it, it literally would have been like a Roy and Marth moment. I mean, yeah. His model is literally in the game.
Oh wow.
I can't see anything.
Chris, as a game dev, seeing this model, how far into implementation do you think Dart was before he got canceled? If you see this model,
especially that's definitely a lot of work. And generally the skeleton is made before the actual, like if you've ever played like a pre-alpha build of a game, you'll see like bounding boxes or like stick figures representing the characters, or like placeholder, which would be essentially the same character model or a generic character model with like the animations and everything of like say Dart, for example. So seeing him at that level means that there was a considerable amount of effort put into it, and it was probably close to I can't say for sure, but again, that looks like a lot of resources were put into that, so I'd say it was probably closer to release than we
80 to 90% maybe.
Yeah, I'd say in between 80 and 90 is a very good estimate. Yeah.
Oh my god, like that would have been crazy. And the thing is, like, you can make a PlayStation Smash Brothers. There are enough characters that you can do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh This image is interesting. I think this is like a fan thing or whatever. Let me just download it and I'll put it up here real quick. Oh god, this is like really, really small. Okay, this is gonna be like really low res, but yeah, I think this is like a PlayStation 5 version.
Oh wow.
Spider-Man, Asterbot. I think that's Gravity Rush. Joel and Ellie are Ice Brothers.
Nice.
You know, Joker is enough of Dart. You gotta have that. Abe, Abe was a PlayStation character.
He debuted on PS1.
Yeah, the Oddworld was kind of a Microsoft title there for a minute.
Yeah.
Jin, yeah. Alloy, yeah, you gotta have Alloy. Ape Escape, yeah. Cole McGrath, Parappa, Kratos,
Spyro.
I am really mad.
Don't
Tay.
They had him, and it sucked. But also, yeah, there were just a lot of problems with the games that even I noticed as like the first time player, because like I went in loving Smash Bros, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like Smash Bros, but for PlayStation." We played a round or two, and he's
like, "No, it isn't."
We're like, "Yeah, this sucks ass."
Yeah, how did that? That's what boggles my mind is. Okay, so you're so intent on making a mascot fueled property for PlayStation or whatever,
and you have the mascots, and you have the mascots.
And you rip off a well-established game like Smash Brothers, and yet nobody play tested this. Like I emulated it, and I was like, I am glad I didn't spend money on this piece of crap. Yeah,
and apparently really they made some deals to like fund the development. That's why Dead Space and like a couple other like odd choices are in there, like the Big Daddy from BioShock.
Yeah, and Nathan Drake,
Nathan Drake is a Sony character. That makes sense.
Naughty Dog, yeah.
Like if I were making a PlayStation All Stars, I'd have Neil Druckmann as a character just so I could beat the crap out of him. And I would take the golf club.
Well, somebody made a meme where they're like, how to fix Naughty Dog, and it was like, buy out this guy, and it was Neil Druckmann, reinstate this girl, and it was Amy Hennig.
Literally the only way, if they announce we're doing a new Soul Reaver game, also Amy Hennig is the director, people would get excited.
Yep. That would be the Futurama meme.
Yes, that would just be like, just take my money. Take all the money that I'll ever earn. From what I hear, the remaster is actually doing pretty well. Like, it's gotten pretty well received. So, and these things are usually testing the waters nowadays.
Yep.
They're definitely testing the waters for the Soul Reaver IP. Like doing the Kickstarter for the comic. With I believe Amy Hennig actually did have some involvement in that.
Yeah. Well, that's her baby. Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, you don't have a Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, Soul Reaver stuff without her.
I think if they asked her to come back, she would do it without a second hesitation.
Yeah. It would seem like it's kind of like what happened with The Last of Us. Like, you can see when her influence was removed, and
even in Uncharted as well.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there's only 3 Uncharted games. I know people are like, dude, but 4 was awesome. I'm like, dude, I noped out when I got forced into that unwinnable fight with Black Girl Magic. I was like, I'm done. Nadine is the most insufferable character. And then when I later heard,
and then Abby's like, hold my golf club.
No, dude. I later heard that or read that Amy Hennig was staunchly opposed to the Nadine character. And it's
from what I read, the problem with the Nadine character is he doesn't even work as a villain because they literally pull the rug out, be like, "Oh no, Amy no, Nadine didn't do it. This other white guy did."
Yeah, of course, white guys are always the villains. Yeah.
Also, A Quiet Red Media. Like, I think so. I think this new Marvel game that she's doing is going to be a hit, and that's going to like give her some clout.
Yeah.
Because for one, Amy Hennig has the trust, and also it's like Captain America and Black Panther, like in the 40s. That's a cool story idea.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that kind of worries me. We know nothing about the gameplay. We don't even know what kind of game this is.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we're hyped because cool story idea and cool person is doing the story. Like from a story's perspective, it'll probably be good because Amy Hennig's doing it, and Amy Hennig we trust.
It's a visual novel.
Oh God, dating sim. It's a harem dating. Like 5 hearts under one Black Panther.
If I were to guess, I think the game is going to be dual protagonists with like Black Panther and Cap, or you'll have like a Captain America campaign and like a Black Panther campaign.
That would be cool. Yeah, parallel storytelling. Like
and Amy Hennig could do it. You know.
Yep. Well, she did it with Raziel and Kane. You know, those are both protagonists. So yeah.
Yeah. So I think we stand a very good chance of getting a Soul Reaver game, and
I want a continuation, a good continuation.
Yeah. If Amy Hennig is doing it, I think we got
threads.
Yeah,
we need to like wrap up.
Yeah,
I'm invested. Come on.
I got to replay it, but didn't Blood Omen 2 or the Legacy or no Defiance or whatever one it was, didn't it end in like a cliffhanger? Or there was like
there was a cliffhanger that was never wrapped up. It was supposed to be all wrapped up, and then they didn't, and then they want to make like some kind of I don't even know.
They
like,
try to do like a multiplayer game of some sort.
Yep. Yeah, the team-based shooter. Yeah.
They also tried to do like a Shadows of Mordor styled game too, but that fell through.
Oh.
But
that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to see the Nemesis system come back.
But none of them like finished the story that was set up. They were all set like years and years after. And it's like, but we don't want to see what happens years and years after. We want to see the story that ended on a cliffhanger get wrapped up because we're invested in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to see where things go. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Switch 2. Actually, I probably might buy one. I think.
Oh.
I wonder what the launch lineup's going to be. Like, I think launch lineup. One of them's going to be Metroid Prime 4. I'm like all but sure of that one.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Also, we're probably getting another like Mario Odyssey level game because we haven't gotten a Mario Odyssey level game since Mario Odyssey. So I think the team's been working hard enough. They probably are ready to drop it.
Dude, that like so they've been putting in like that. They had that Mario Wonder or whatever, the new 2D one. Didn't interest me. Sorry, didn't interest me.
From what I heard, Bowser's Fury was pretty good. Like the little add-on to Mario 3D World. Imagine if that, imagine if they had done that for the Wii U, like Super Mario Bowser's Fury, and that was the Wii U game, like an open world-ish kind of game.
Dude, that's what I'm thinking they're gonna do for this next Mario game is an open world, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but only it's Mario.
I'm for that. Like, the thing is, Mario 64 was kind of open world, like the whole castle stage.
Yep, exactly. Maybe it's a return to form with Mario 64, but only it's less portally. You know what I mean? Like, remember how the castle was like surrounded by cliffs? No. Mm-hmm. Let's leave it an open world game, and you go to these different buildings, and they have paintings you go in, or
Yeah, I mean, Mario Odyssey was basically kind of like that, but on a smaller scale.
Yep.
Like, you have these levels. You could do like, which were all like, I don't know. Yeah, Sonic Generations was fun. I need to play that remake, honestly. Especially like they have the DLC with Keanu Reeves in it.
Whoa.
It's kind of funny, but Mario Odyssey does actually take a little bit from Mario 64 because it does actually have little paintings of the bosses that you can jump into.
Oh yeah.
And don't they actually have the castle? Like that's actually like after you beat the game, you can actually go to the castle for Mario 64, and it's like a fairly good recreation.
It's sort of like a new version of the castle. They're never really consistent with how they want the castle to look in Mario. Peach's castle specifically.
Well, didn't they also after you win the game, and because they got me to play through this thing twice, there was also like a donut island thing, like Yoshi's place. Like, it was in that castle level. Like you could.
Yeah. I got there.
That was cool. Like,
yeah,
I would love to see the world of Mario, dude. That would be it. Instead of Super Mario World, it's literally like the world of Super Mario or whatever.
Mario, Breath of the Yoshi.
Yeah. God.
Right,
see, like, imagine like all that skybox as not being a skybox.
Right. That'd be cool.
So I'm scrolling through it right
and
now.
And I loved Cappy. I love that demonic possession mechanic.
Oh.
I put it like that. I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm gonna be honest, seeing a frog with Mario's like mustache and hat on it, his eyes, that was kind of weird. But I was like, you know what? I'd get a plushie of that.
Cappy is Navi done right.
Yeah, well, I loved capturing a bullet bill and then like seeing the enemies run in terror as I scream "Aloha snack bar."
Oh God, no! Dude, I trusted you.
No.
That little Koopa didn't know what hit him.
Dude, traitor. Oh, speaking of traitor. So for Christmas, I was so depressed. I decided, you know what, I need to punish myself. So I rewatched The Force Awakens.
Oh.
So that was actually the first time I'd seen it since I watched it opening night. So like over 10 years.
Oh, the Mary Sue.
Yeah, Rey is insufferable. She is like half a character.
Yep.
Also,
she don't need no man.
I'm sorry, Daisy Ridley. I'm sure you're probably a nice person. Like everything I've seen of you, like out, like you seem like a nice person.
Oh yeah.
But acting's not your thing. She is not a good actress.
Damn.
Oh God.
Finn
and Poe carry this movie. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wanted Finn to be the like. If you've ever seen Attack the Block, John Boyega there, as Moses, he has a katana and he's fighting this freaking alien thing. And when they announced that he was going to be in Star Wars and he was going to be one of the heroes, and they showed him with a lightsaber, I was like, oh hell yeah, Moses is about to wreck face.
And here's the thing, I actually liked they sold the instant bromance between Finn and Poe. Like the actors sold it. Like I could buy it that like they instantly became best friends.
Yeah.
There's so many plot holes. They don't explain how Poe got off of the planet.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to die.
Yeah, you could tell. Also, that's a good story for another time. That they acknowledge that, like, yes, we realize you have questions, just don't care about it. Ooh, look, a shiny.
Yeah, black box or magic box or whatever.
And I'm sorry, Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma is just like she has like two or three scenes in the movie, and the traitor scene had more impact. Like it's just so cool because it would like the thing that I never got is why is Kylo Ren so upset about Finn being a traitor?
I know it's so stupid. Like
I could get the stormtrooper because it's a brother in arms. I get that. Like that makes sense. Like the whole traitor, they does like the thing. Like that was cool.
Honestly, the whole thing with Captain Phasma, like I thought that was a huge disservice to Gwendolyn Christie because this was her opportunity to bust out. I mean, she was in Game of Thrones, and everybody was like, "Dude, I love that character. Brianna Tarth is freaking awesome." And again, I'm a raging misogynist, and I love Brianna Tarth. Okay, and
no, say her name properly, Brianna fucking Tarth.
Yeah. Oh, it's the big woman here. But
I love that part. I love how Tormund is just totally like
infatuated. Yeah, but like this was it. She is now in a big Hollywood movie. She's got an amazing voice, even though she's covered up in a costume. She can do villain really well. And then they just, and I hate to say it, but like they castrate her. Like they just boom. They defanged, detooth it. They threw her in a trash compactor. She's done. And I was like, You just took one of
She
the
had
coolest
nothing. She did
opportunities.
nothing in the movie. She like
Nothing.
at least Boba Fett actually did stuff. He
Yep.
captured Han Solo.
Yep.
And like, okay, he went out, but it was still like a random occurrence. Like
Yep.
it was something that he really had no control over. Like igniting the yeah, it was a bit slapstick, but it wasn't really his fault. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
so for me, Finn and Phasma were the two biggest, like, what the hell, like that to me, it like sucked all the air out of the movie for me. Because Rey the uninteresting, like literally you could have taken out every one of the supporting characters and just had her in the film, and the film would have played out exactly the same way.
And then like this film has a problem of show and not tell. Like there's two instances where like, so you're the Resistance's best pilot. And like, that's one hell of a pilot. Like, we just saw Poe take down 3 TIE fighters in a row. We see it. He's a good pilot. We see it.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell us again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it treats the movie, like the audience, like they're like idiots.
That makes sense considering who made it.
Yeah. I'm going to go cry at the next trailer.
I will say that there is one good thing the movie did. It gave us the line, "That's not how the Force works."
Yeah,
like, that gif. It's just infinitely reusable in so many debates.
God.
So if nothing else, it gave us that line, and for that reason, I'll give it a pass.
Honestly, I think reading the expanded universe books, you know, the Thrawn trilogy, there, Heir to the Empire, and all that, like, honestly, that actually ruined the Disney acquisition stuff even more, because that showed me how good things could have been.
The sequel trilogy is a bad rendition of Legacy of the Force.
It is so bad, dude. Like not only that, but like even naming. Okay, so you're Han Solo and you're Princess Leia. Okay, and you have a kid. Why would you name your kid after Obi-Wan? Okay, let's pull out that awful series that came out after.
But Obi-Wan, he was named like that is such a post hoc justification.
Yeah, because it makes sense in the expanded universe books why Luke and Mara Jade would name their son Ben Skywalker.
True.
You know, because
what
Luke
I
had a
really like
connection.
is they had 3 kids, Jaina and Jason, aka Kylo Ren and Rey. So like this is why Reylos creep me out.
Yeah.
Because Kylo Ren is Darth Caedus, Jason Solo.
Yep.
Rey is obviously Jaina Solo.
Yep.
Brother and sister. They're very, very, very obviously based on the characters.
Well, there's already a precedence for that in the series.
Yeah.
I'd rather kiss a Wookiee.
Yeah.
But I really liked one of my favorite story beats is Han and Leia had a 3rd child, and she named him Anakin as a way of forgiving her grandfather. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. And all about not only that, dude, we got like, again, misogynist, but like they robbed us of Mara Jade, who is one of the cool, like Mara Jade's story is she is a redemption story. She starts off as a assassin that is hired by the Empire or the remnants of the Empire to hunt down and kill Luke Skywalker.
She has all the Mary Sue trademarks, but she somehow avoids every she's basically somebody's totally cool original OC. Please do not steal. Like, oh, I was the Emperor's personal assassin. I was allowed to have my own apartments. I was allowed to do whatever I want. He personally trusted me to kill people, and then I fell in love with the main character. Well, like, it is Mary Sue, but it works.
Well, it works because it plays off of Luke's amazing redemptive powers. He turned his dad back from the dark side. He was able to get the assassin that was hired to kill him to fall in love with him.
Luke used his lightsaber to cure Mara Jade.
but like, and then on top of that, as the story, like, she does have some Mary Sue-esque qualities.
He saw her in those leather pants. He's like, boom.
Yeah, dang that ass. But like, she actually, like, she has flaws, and that's like antithetical to like the Mary Sue. Like she's actually like part of what her impetus was. You know how like most Darksiders, it was about rage and passion. Well, hers was fear. Hers was the fear of loss. It was all about, you know, like if I fall out of line, the Empire can replace me. You know, and it teaches you that respect is more important than fear, because she respected Luke, because Luke whooped her ass, dude. And in their encounter, he beat the shit out of her. Like,
he really showed her his lightsaber.
Yeah, he could have finished her off right there, and he let her go twice.
Oh, we surely finished all right. I'm sorry, Nix. Please bonk me. I need to go crazy.
Or to jail. But it showed that, like, you know, she's like, how am I going to kill this guy? How am I going to kill this guy? And then by the time she gets that final third showdown, she's like, why do I want to kill this guy? You know, the people that are telling me to kill this guy are like, if you fail us this final time, then don't come back because we're going to kill you. And she's like, finally, she's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
this guy
she
doesn't
came
want
back
to kill
all
him.
right.
Yeah,
He had a comeback all right.
But like,
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
How did we get robbed of that? And instead we get Palpatine somehow came back.
I love, like, that clip makes, like, honestly, that clip is a source of strength for me, because this is what I tell people. If you ever think you're a bad writer, just remember, somebody got paid millions of dollars to write the line. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yep.
If you watch the clip, you could just tell. He's Oscar does not want to say that line. Okay,
No.
okay, we got. Okay, I don't care if Disney copyright strikes it. I just want to play that clip.
Watch the soul leave his body as he speaks this line.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think Lucas did hate Mara Jade. There was a lot of things I don't think he liked Thrawn.
He
either,
hated
dude.
the EU in general, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think he liked Thrawn either, which sucks because that guy was an awesome villain.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. This is so great. The quality is ass, but just oh my God.
Yeah, we already know. We've seen the movie.
No. Just watch this.
All right, I'm joking. Go on.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Just like okay, let's
Somehow Palpatine returned.
just look at his face. Look at his face.
That's what happens when somebody with IBS stands next to you at
Look
an
at his
elevator.
eyes. Look at
Well,
his
even
eyes.
he knows this is shit. He's like,
Yeah.
no, this is a stupid fucking line. It's a stupid fucking plot, but let's just go with it
Like
anyways,
he
guys.
just
Come
says
on.
it so flat, and you're just like, I want to get this over with. And also you realize this was the best take.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to like okay, one more time.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah, so Tevye was asking, or Tevye was asking why Lucas hated Thrawn. It was the entire expanded universe, because Lucas's idea was that he wanted to explore the wills and wanted to go into this microscopic world that was actually the puppet masters of the cosmos. And that's not what the expanded universe did. The expanded universe kind of followed more in line with what the original trilogy presented. And Lucas wanted to bring it in a different direction. So when he got all that expanded universe stuff that was licensed out, it kind of trapped him and precluded him from being able to put what he wanted in.
Have you read? Because Lucas actually was planning on doing a sequel trilogy before he got bought. Like he was prepping for it.
Yep.
And from what I heard, it was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it involved the wills and that like midichlorians and all that stuff. And I was like, what the hell? But yeah.
And then eventually Disney was like, we're going to create the Church of the Wills just as an FU to George Lucas.
Yep.
And it's basically a church that worships the Force.
Yep. Yeah. It is so heartbreaking as a former Star Wars fan, because I loved the trilogy. I loved the expanded universe stuff. Not all of it, but some of it was really good. I loved the games in the late 80s, 90s. Dude, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
The 2000s were a great time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you had a good decade, almost 2 decades of some solid Star Wars games.
Two and a half, really. Because let's say 85 to like 2009.
Yeah, that's a pretty and those were good games. Like those, like even if you weren't like a fan of the movies, you could jump in and be like, dude, this is awesome. I mean, come on. We had freaking what's the RPG series there that was like the prototype?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Like those were proto Mass Effect games, and they were freaking amazing. You didn't even need to be a Star Wars fan to like them.
No, that's actually kind of where I jumped into the series. I hadn't watched the movies before that one.
Oh, nice. Man, so that was your first introduction into Star Wars, was the Knights of the Old Republic? Oh, wow.
So you said the Star Wars games were good, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thomas Kazi!
Fuck.
Oh, he said fuck!
I know, I heard the same thing.
I thought Han Solo was fighting a giant pig orc and went, oh, fuck.
Tekken, this is not.
Oh my god! And then they try to say that Teräs Kazi is like, dude, like there are some seriously messed up.
This game is canon to Disney Star Wars.
Well, it's a real martial art, Teräs Kazi.
Yeah. So apparently the way they canonized it was an anti-Jedi martial art. Darth Maul knew Teräs Kazi, but did you know that Teräs Kazi got name dropped in Solo?
Really?
Of all the things to reference in Solo, you referenced a bad 90s Star Wars fighting game.
Oh, yeah. Tevye was mentioning Kyle Katarn. That's what I thought they were going to do with Finn in the Disney stuff. Because Kyle Katarn was originally a stormtrooper who escaped the Empire and ended up becoming a Jedi and becoming one of their biggest thorns, one of their biggest enemies.
Man, that's
yeah, basically, there's a scene where Daenerys Targaryen beats up some people, and this guy says totally not awkwardly, that was some nice moves. What is that? She says, it's Teräs Kazi. They went out of their way to mention it. Like, I don't know why. Why did they go out of their way to mention Teräs Kazi? I just blows my mind. Yeah, I've maintained that if J.J. Abrams had done all 3 films, I'm not saying they would have been good. They probably would have been okay. And I know that people are saying, oh, the sequels are going to get their reevaluation like the prequels did. I don't think so.
No.
But I think I will say, if JJ had done all 3, then maybe it might have gotten a reevaluation, like 10 years down the line.
Well, they would have been more consistent because he was the one who came in the first movie and had all these big ideas. Then he left, and they were like, "Okay, scrap all of this. This is gonna go nowhere. Let's get Rey more heavily in here because, like, screw having a black dude as our lead. We can't get that sweet, sweet China money."
Yeah, like watching the Force Awakens, I come to realization this is a movie that is honestly, Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker make this movie worse. If you had other 3 movies that are similar levels of quality, it would have actually risen up this movie. Because the fact that you see all this stuff and it never gets paid off, if the questions had actually gotten paid off, like as it stands now, Force Awakens is like a 6 out of 10. If we had gotten the full trilogy, it would have been like maybe a 7.5.
There's an okay setup. There's an okay setup, is what it was.
At best, and that's barely scratching it.
But yeah, that's JJ though. He's great at setting things up, and he can't deliver. He can't.
I mean, anyone who's watched Lost will know that.
Exactly, or any series he's ever worked on. Starts off really cool. He's got all these the magic box or whatever, all the mystery box stuff that he wants to set up.
I will maintain Star Trek 2009 is a great movie. I actually really enjoy that movie. Star Trek Wrath of Khan. I mean, Into Darkness.
Yeah, that was.
It's okay. And then Star Trek Beyond it's dumb, but it's at least watchable.
Yeah, that was the Simon Pegg directed one.
No, that was the Justin Lin. They brought in a Fast and Furious guy.
Oh, I thought Simon Pegg had an influence in one of them.
Simon Pegg was like a writer on it. That was it was his decision to make Sulu gay. Like this is how bad he fucked up. So he made Sulu gay as a tribute to George Takei. George Takei came out and be like, actually, I don't like that because it dishonors Gene Roddenberry's vision. Yep. I don't like George Takei, but I'll give him this W. And Simon Pegg was like,
Yep.
Good man. Well, I mean, on that part, anyways.
Yeah.
I'll give him this very rare W. George Takei, I really don't like the man.
Hello.
Hello. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the thing about doing a George Takei accent is just like William Shatner. There was a certain rhythm, and you could always time it by saying, "Oh my." You just have to make sure when you say it, it's extra gay.
Yeah, he's got a very distinctive voice.
He does. Like he's actually like when you get him into comedies, he's actually very funny. I'll give him that.
It's kind of funny though that he would come out and say, "I don't like this because it dishonors the original Vision." Because, like, from what I've seen of him, because I used to follow him on Facebook, he is very entrenched into the wokeism.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Like he had a moment in like the early 2010s where like his social media was really taken off because he was posting like a lot of funny shit. We're over an hour. I can say curse words.
It's okay,
Like he
we
was
can say the big boy words now.
yes, yes. YouTube's not going to go this far. But like, he was really funny in like the early. But then, like a lot of things, 2016 happened.
Yeah.
Like I remember him doing an interview where he talked about his time in a Japanese internment camp, and that's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like say what you will about the guy, but yeah, he was in a Japanese internment camp, World War II. He talked about how like when he went to the bathroom, there would be a spotlight on him from the guards tower, and he thought it was cool because they were trying to help him go to the bathroom, but no, they were watching him. Like that kind of childhood ignorance. Like, yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Tevya. Like, I actually thought the first two movies, Sulu was a great character. I think Jonathan Chu did a great job with Sulu's character.
Yeah, Korean representing. Yeah. I know. Was it Harold from Harold and Kumar?
Like, I actually think the movie was well casted.
Yeah.
Like I think included having Leonard Nimoy in the first movie was a great passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bringing him back for Wrath of Khan was so bad. It was so stupid. Because you had that perfect scene at the end of the first movie. Perfect, like, passing the torch, and you ruined it with the Wrath of Khan cameo. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, was it? Remember Anton Yelchin as Chekhov?
Yeah, rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah, like I actually like as much as I liked Walter Koenig, like Czech, like you could tell he is not Russian. He does not sound like Russian. It is a very bad accent, you know. But like Anton Yelchin literally speaks Russian, so it's like
Yeah,
you know,
like
cool.
I also love that like when Leonard Nimoy, when he saw Carl Urban, when he saw him as, he's like, oh my God, I'm looking at DeForest Kelly. And yes, Carl Urban was a great Bones. He was a great Bones.
Damn it, Jim.
I think everyone, like Zachary Quinto was great as Spock.
Yeah.
Gamora was great as Uhura.
Yeah.
You know, I get Chris Pine was a great Kirk, honestly.
Yeah. I liked the cast. Man. Apparently, Shatner was not too impressed with Chris Pine's Shatner impersonation.
he didn't like looking into the mirror.
The Kobayashi Maru.
Also, I do like the scene where he's like getting busy with the green skin alien. It's kind of like a nod to like how Kirk is the universe's biggest fan whore.
Yeah, Kirk the jerk is about to
and like, you want to know how him and Bones are so good friends? Damn it, Jim! Now there's another alien STD I have to cure this week.
How much more was it space antibiotics do I need to give you?
Kirk, you do realize penicillin was rendered ineffective 200 years ago.
Yeah, wouldn't like basic diseases like be non-existent if you had transporter technology? You could just lock on to every virus and just be like, oh, it's, you know, beam it out to space. Like,
so it's one of those things like that's up there with like Wide and the Eagles. Like I don't really like to think too much into some of these franchises because it's really stupid. And honestly, I find it to be very aggravating. Why didn't the Eagles fly the ring to Mordor? Why doesn't Ant-Man just go up Thanos' butt? Oh my god. I actually was working. Like, I had a very short-lived career as a journalist for like a comic news site. And like my editor was constantly trying to get me to put that in the articles, and I refused. It's probably one of the many reasons I was fired. I only lasted 6 months at that outlet. But yeah, they brought, like, every time I meet with them, they kept bringing that up. And
the Eagles?
No, like Ant-Man going up Thanos' butt and exploding. Oh my god!
I saw that on The Boys. Man, yeah, we saw that on The Boys in season 3, episode 1, and I don't ever want to see that ever again.
Actually, like, apparently in one of the Disney cruise lines, they actually reference it.
Oh no.
Like, it's like Paul Rudd is like giving like an interview for one of the dinner guests. Like, so I've heard rumors about me doing something with Thanos. Like, they reference it, and I'm like, I hope they're paying you enough, Paul Rudd, to say that.
Yeah. Did he give that same look as Oscar Isaac when he said somehow?
I don't know.
I could see Paul Rudd suggesting it the way he is.
See, the problem with The Boys is they started just getting high off their own supply.
Yeah.
Because like the first 2 seasons were honestly not bad. Like, I actually liked the show when they're doing like the criticizing both sides.
Yeah, and then it went.
But then they
way
just
left.
went like, honestly, I like season 2, especially like the whole girls get it done scene. That was actually an earned moment. Like, I'll give them props.
Yeah.
They turned that into a positive. That was cool.
Yeah, well, there's something satisfying about watching a bunch of hot female superheroes beating the crap out of a Nazi. You know?
A literal
Like, okay.
Nazi.
Yeah, literally, like, not one of the leftists, you know, calling somebody a Nazi. I mean, like, literally, this chick was talking about like ethnic purification and stuff. I'm like, whoa.
And she was literally a Nazi. Literally.
Yeah, wasn't she like the daughter of a Nazi, or was she like literally was
She married a Nazi in the 40s.
Yeah. And it's
also,
like,
we've been saying that word too many times.
yeah, Yahtzee.
All right. So yeah, do you guys hear that Discovery got decanonized?
Yes. Hallelujah.
So speaking of decanonization, something else got decanonized very suddenly. They thought that we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Oh.
What's this?
Oh ho ho.
Anyone hear about the new Warhammer book?
Oh, did they remove
No.
custodies?
Female Space Marines? Or not female Space Marines.
They lasted 7 months.
Custodies?
And then
Nice.
they finally took out the custodian. Yeah. Dude, like, it was literally in the book explaining how the Space Marines were made and like why they were exclusively men. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's my theory on what went down, okay? Some people tried to get into the Amazon show. And because apparently the female custodian thing was forced onto Games Workshop by Amazon.
Yep.
Because I guess they wanted a female custodian on the Amazon show. You notice how a show went quiet there for a little while? And then they suddenly announced, oh, it's moving forward, and Henry Cavill's still here. I think what happened
He played a card.
Henry Cavill had a meeting, and he was like, I'll do it. I'll move forward, but you got to get this shit out of the books.
Yep.
All right, Nix, you've got to go for a moment. That's cool.
Praise be the Cavill.
Yeah, because I think with him being, this is the part where him being a producer probably helps.
Well, he also has The Witcher as an example of why listening to him would be a good idea, because they bastardized the Witcher series and made it, you know, feminist Harry Potter and Wakanda. And
He's definitely
nobody
learned,
watched that crap.
He's definitely learned his lesson.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
He's shown he'll walk. He's not going to put up with it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a producer, so he has a little more power. And also, I think Amazon realizes the show's dead without him.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Henry has enough clout that he can say, I am bringing the audience to this. The
True.
Warhammer license is not going to be bringing the numbers that the Henry Cavill audience will be.
No,
Also, I do think Games Workshop was taking a hit financially, because I from what I hear, like people were actually dropping their Warhammer license.
Good.
Like, stores are actually changing from Games Workshop to just generic stores. Like, I think they were losing actual franchises.
Yeah.
Warhammer fans are a bunch of salty people.
Well,
So,
dude,
yeah.
it's grimdark. It's
I know.
grimdark. You're not going to get cheery. You know, you're going to get people that are like seriously into this shit. Because if your escapism from this awful world is something
another awful
even
world?
more awful, yeah, like these people are hardcore. Like,
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
Honestly, Dave, I don't give a fuck what the left says. I don't.
Yeah.
You know, we're winning, not them.
yeah, and that's the
Yeah,
thing,
like
is,
like, have they done season 4 of The Witcher yet? Like, when they did like season 3, that just kind of came and went. Even though Henry was still there, like it was like there wasn't really anybody talking about season 3.
no, I feel bad for Liam Hemsworth.
Oh
Like,
God,
That's just
his
setting him
entire
up for failure.
career has kind of been. I'm Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he
And-
was in the what was it, the Hunger Games? You know.
Was he?
Yeah, he was all young adult literature consists of female protagonists with two different hot guys fighting over her.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and
she was
gets
the
to
other
choose-
one.
Yeah, he was the one, the hunter, and then the other one,
Gale, I think it was.
yeah, and PETA
Yeah.
or whatever the,
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid from Zathura.
Yep.
Like, I just want to say, Zathura is literally Jumanji in space, but it
Yep.
kind of works. Like, I
does.
kind of like it.
Yeah.
Like oh God, I hope they never remake Jumanji, because they're I mean, to be fair, that movie did take a lot of liberties. It's kind of almost an in-name only adaptation.
Oh yeah.
So there is room for a book faithful adaptation, but they'll
Yeah.
never do that. Also, did you hear that Robert Eggers wants to make a Labyrinth remake?
How David Bowie was Labyrinth, like.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
who is going to
untouchable.
play Jareth? Like, who's Balls? Who is going to play Gareth Balls?
Who is going to play Jareth's bulge? Like, they're going to have a little Vern Troyer in there. Like,
Oh, they're going to dig up his corpse?
yeah.
But no, seriously. Who has the charisma to do that nowadays?
No one. No one.
No, yeah.
Like, watch, it's Pedro Pascal. Like,
Oh
Well,
God.
no, it would need
No.
to be a singer. It would need to be. Oh, you know who they'd get? Who was the guy that played Willy Wonka in the recent?
Timothy
who's the-
Chalamet.
Yeah, they'd probably get
What?
Chalamet to do it.
I like Chalamet.
Yeah.
I like his intensity, but he's not that, like, he's kind of like flat.
Yeah, I'm with
yeah,
Tevye. You
no.
can't remake Labyrinth.
No, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with both of you.
I mean, as far as a singer, like maybe they get like one of the
Styles.
I don't. God,
Harry Styles.
that's literally who I was thinking. I was trying to think of his name.
Yeah. Well, he apes a lot of.
Jim Carrey? No.
Okay. I just want to say, if they had done a Labyrinth parody in the 90s, I could actually see him doing like a good like David Bowie, like if it's supposed to be a parody, like imagine Mel Brooks doing like a Labyrinth parody.
Okay,
The
I could
kids
see
love
that. I could see that actually.
I know who could have if they did it in the 2000s. Tim Curry.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry could pull it off. Like even a darker kind of version.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm sorry, but even in like Tim Curry has that David Bowie charisma. Like anyone who has seen Legend,
Oh
and
yeah.
see,
He played the
see
devil.
him flirt.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
dude
yeah.
is in full devil makeup. He's got
Artichoke
horns,
chin. Yeah.
like 3-foot horns,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he's like smooth talking her. Even straight guys would fall for that shit.
God, who the? Yeah, I can't think of like. The problem is we've feminized men so much in modern culture.
To be fair,
That-
David Bowie was a pretty like.
No, even David
would-
Bowie in his femiest Ziggy Stardust crap was still more masculine than the freaking
Yes,
boy boys
yes.
we have today. Like,
Agreed.
Oh my god! Like, I'm laughing because you're right.
well, it took balls to do what he did back in the 70s. Yeah, no, because like you know how David Bowie had like everybody thought he had heterochromia.
Have you seen the pants? Like, have you seen?
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Quiet. Yes.
Danny DeVito. Yep,
Danny
do
DeVito.
it.
So I just started blasting. No, but like so you know how everybody thought that like David Bowie had heterochromia, like he had two different colored eyes. He didn't. Both of his eyes were the same color. One of them was just permanently whatever it is, reticulated or whatever.
He got into a fight with somebody.
Yeah, somebody cracked him in the freaking head, and the eye never went back right.
Huh.
I mean, I think he said like he actually thanked him because that's actually like probably helped.
Yeah, that's his brand. Yeah,
It's funny that.
yeah. But like, yeah, like most of these guys today can't take a punch. Like, you know, like that was schoolyard for me in the 70s and 80s was getting punched in the face. Like, you know, like it kind of makes you tough.
Like, okay, even Timothy Chalamet, the guy's pretty tough in his roles, but still, I don't know. I think I could take him.
I think I could take him.
And I'm a fat fuck. I could probably take him.
Yeah, you just kind of grab him with one hand and then just
knock him out, wheeze after.
And I go like,
yeah. Yeah, the Crow should have never happened either. Like,
oh God. Yeah.
I thought it was a crack to the skull in it. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look.
It was by you know, it's like he got into a fight essentially. But yeah, like I don't know. Like, and the thing is, even Bill Skarsgård, he's not a bad choice to play Eric Draven, honestly. Like, just as an actor, he's not a bad pick. It's just the movie itself was just
I'm going to say some heresy. I actually did go and see that movie, and I enjoyed it.
Oh.
It wasn't a very good adaptation.
At all.
Good movie at all. No, but it was a good movie in its own right. I think the guy basically, once again, problem with all adaptation, guy just wanted to make his own movie, but he couldn't just do an original movie. He had to, piggyback off something popular.
Yeah, tack a brand on there.
Also, I do believe this is based off of there's a Crow run from 2015 that they're kind of basing us off of. There's a cover I saw where the version of the Crow looks very close to what we got in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put that out there.
Maybe I never read the comics. I really would like to see how it compares to any of them. But
so James O'Barr's original, here's
I've met James O'Barr, by the way. I've met him.
Yeah, from what I hear, he's a really nice guy. But
he is. By the way, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm sure Nick can appreciate this one too. But the Crow, the first book there is a perfect example of the argument that we've been having in independent comics of what's more important, the art or the writer. And in all honesty, I ended up buying the Crow book, and I thought it had the ugliest the ugliest drawings I've ever seen. See, that's an improvement. That cover looks good, but there are pages in there. It looks like high school ballpoint pen drawings. I used to be able to draw better than that before my hands went all gimpy. And there's anatomy issues, just weird proportion things. But the story is so good. Yeah, look at that. Some of those drawings are just awful. Oh, they fixed his face on that one. But yeah, in the OG book, it was just really bad. And when they when I got the book and I started reading it and I loved the story, I was first in line to get the tickets to see Brandon Lee's portrayal of it. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of deviation from the movie from the book. In fact, the whole main villain in the book was actually the guy that drove the car, not I think not Fun Boy. I can't remember his name, but the whole
T-Bird?
Top Dollar. Yeah, T-Bird. Yeah, that was the main villain in the book. And Top Dollar, I don't believe, was even a character in the book. And it was just. But regardless, though, I really loved the book, even though it was ugly in my opinion. The movie, I think, looked a lot more aesthetically pleasing, and even though it wasn't 100% faithful, it got me. The writing was so good, it got me to want to continue being in that universe.
I think Dave, kind of hit the nail on the head. Is some films are just way too iconic for you to even remake. Like, you notice how they've never done a straight up remake of The Wizard of Oz. Like they've done side stories, they've danced around it.
Yeah, Fairuza Balk.
Or like how Back to the Future they've never done a remake of. I think The Crow is another one of those films.
Yeah.
The Crow is so iconic. The movie captures a moment.
Yeah, it's a zeitgeist.
It is a zeitgeist. It is a seminal movie for like goth culture. Like how many people, their goth awakening was that movie? A lot of people, I would say.
Probably, yeah. I'm going to take it a step further and say that all remakes should not be done.
Yeah.
Because there's a good reason for that, and it's because usually they don't have the investment in the original story. Usually, they always want to do their own story, or they always want to stick modern culture into it, or try to push something that's popular at the moment. So they don't care about the original story and making it better.
This is going off of what Dave was saying about it's based off of the Wild Justice storyline.
Yeah, I mean,
looking at it, yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, they shoehorned Draven in there when it shouldn't have been Eric Draven.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
I mean, even some films where they don't even have Eric in it, it kind of doesn't work. Like, I think the only one that had a chance of working was Crow City of Angels. Like, if you ever look at the behind the scenes for that film, it got butchered by executives. Like that, if anything needs a director's cut, like a hashtag release the Angels cut, it is the Crow City of Angels. Because they were like, the guy was literally trying, it's not Eric Draven, it's a new guy.
Yep.
You have the skateboarder girl, she's grown up now. She's like the love interest. She's kind of the connective tissue. Like, okay, she was there, like she's the one who puts the face paint on the guy. Okay, that works, And he has the Crow familiar, and he's doing this. So he's more of a biker guy.
Yep.
Also, it has Tree Tang in it. The Yellow Ranger. This is like her first big thing. I want to see that just because apparently she's actually pretty good in that movie. Like, she's a trained martial artist. She's fighting with him. Like, oh god.
Well, I honestly, what I would have loved to have seen was, and they've done this.
You're right. Yeah.
And they did this in the books. Was screw modernity. The Crow is a folkloric myth about the carrying of souls, to the afterlife.
Right.
They have a Native American story that takes place during the the 500 nations, the fall of the 500, how the West was lost. That was awesome, where like his face is painted black because it's a symbol of revenge and all that stuff. Go that route. Go Vikings, dude. Could you imagine like a fallen Viking on the battlefield who's visited by Hugin and Munin, who are the ravens of Odin?
Hell yeah, man. That would be awesome. I dig that.
And like, because like the modernity thing is always going to lead back to Eric Draven.
All right. I just want to show this clip real quick. Like, this doesn't actually look too bad. I'm just gonna say, I need to see the whole movie, but like,
Boy Trang.
To me, it's like you can just tell there's a good movie buried in here. Like, I think we should get more director's cuts because there's a lot of movies that were ruined.
I think we should just get more directors just making their vision, having executives stay out of it.
Yeah. There is no director's cut because I know there's like a cut out there that tries to assemble things, like because not all the footage is out there, and the footage might be lost too. There's also that.
Yeah.
Anyone remember the Crow TV show?
There was a show?
Yep.
The Crow Stairway to Heaven, starring Mark Dacascos.
Yeah.
Mark
Dacascos was a crow at one point.
I don't remember it too well, but I vividly remember that I used to watch it with my great-grandmother every night. She had a little bed couch thing set up in the living room, we called it her nest, and I'd get beside her every night, and we'd watch it, or every morning. I can't remember which, but I was like super, super, super young, like 2 at the youngest, 4 or 5 at the oldest, maybe 6.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is Mark Dacascos as the Crow.
This is a woman who watched Seventh Heaven and like soft, fluffy shows.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
Okay.
the guy from Double Dragon.
Yeah, also John Wick 3. Oh, but yeah. Mark Dacascos is a legend. The dude's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh god, there's so many honestly, there's so many shows that you didn't realize were a thing. I think I think 10 years from now, when the streaming wars have ended, we're gonna have a lot of moments where wait, they made a sequel to it? Did you know they made a sequel to Punky Brewster?
Oh, the sequels are all grown up, Soleil Moonfry.
Which
they made Cherry Johnson a lesbian for some reason.
Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff. Did you know that there's a animated Rocketeer cartoon?
Oh, no, I didn't. I love the Rocketeer.
It's starring a black girl.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, no, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like black girls; it's that I don't want to see blackwashed crap.
True. Exactly.
Yeah, it's very much kind of like a young audience. It has a Paw Patrol look to it. 1 second.
Paw Patrol.
No, just
was another one.
look at it. Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean? It's got that Paw Patrol vibe to it.
Wasn't there another Rocketeer animated series? I could have sworn I remember one.
Apparently,
An older
Cliff
one.
does show up in this show or something. I don't. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's set in the '60s or whatever.
Yeah, it's clearly a kiddie thing. That sucks.
Yeah, definitely seen that.
Yeah, they had a Rambo cartoon called the Rambo: The Force of Freedom.
Fun
So now
fact.
that I can actually see it, it looks exactly like she could be from Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
So fun fact about the Rocketeer. Did you know that the person from What If wanted to have the Rocketeer show up in What If, but Kevin Feige turned it down?
No.
Shame.
Bullet dodged.
I don't know why I have such an affection for early 20th century aesthetics, but
well, you know what Stewie says: when stupid people want a thrill, they rent the Rocketeer.
I don't know why. I really like the 19 all the way from the Roaring 20s through the Great Depression into World War II. I don't know what it is about that era, but
I think the thing about the Rocketeer, and this is the problem that I think even among modern age, is there's a sincerity to Rocketeer that modern writers just cannot wrap their head around, because modern writers are all about the cynicism, about the deconstruction. There's an earnestness to it. It's silly, it's very campy, but it's very earnest. It's very upfront. It's very honest. The movie knows what it is, and it's happy being what it is.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments is when Jennifer Connelly, who, by the way, oh god, she was so show in that.
Damn.
Where she tricks Neville Sinclair and immediately says, "I just had a scene with Neville Sinclair." That is perfect because she wants to be an actress. So that is a perfect reaction, and it's just so great. It's so campy, but I love it.
God, yeah, 80s girls. Woo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly still looks good, but oh god, yes. I want to see that one movie that I keep seeing in all those synthwave videos where Jennifer Connelly and that other guy are trapped in a Target.
Oh yeah.
I think it's whatever. There's that one shot of her riding the horse.
Yeah. Yep. I ran out of coins. Oops. And also everybody dives for the quarters.
Oh god.
Yeah. I miss that. I miss when we when our popular culture was about beauty instead of ugliness. This whole male gaze crap needs to go, because there is no male gaze. There's people want to look at pretty things.
True.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: is it's no homo or whatever, but it goes with guys too. Like nobody wants to see like this dude that's like if you're in a fantasy, like a male fantasy, you don't want to play the dude that's like 400 pounds that looks like Brendan Fraser in that whale movie, you know, like or the wiry armed little wimpy kid. Like,
have you seen Brendan Fraser recently? The guy's actually cleaned up, like, or even like, look, I gotta give credit to what's her name, the Freaky Friday woman.
Lindsay Lohan,
yeah, like she's cleaned up really good. Like honestly, I'm really happy for her, and she's starting to get roles again. And she was always a good actress. Like I feel really sad because we were deprived. Like, can you imagine if like her career was going places? And can you imagine like the work we were deprived of? Like it was like almost 20 years of work that he could have done.
Yeah, I love Mean Girls. I know I'm a dude, misogyny, whatever. I don't care. I still love Mean Girls. Jumbo!
Winona Ryder too. It's good we're back.
Yes.
People are like, "Oh, didn't she steal that one time?" Be like, "Yeah, that was like I don't even know how long ago. Who cares now?"
Yeah, it's like every time they bring that up, like I'm sorry, Amber Heard.
You've done worse.
What?
I said it's like, bitch, you've done worse, probably. Come on, just by living.
See, and those same people are defend Amber Heard. She literally pooped on a guy's bed. She sliced off Johnny Depp's finger.
Yeah, his guitar playing finger. Yeah, like ruined that man's life. Yeah,
ruined several other guys' life, probably too.
Yeah, took a duke in the bed
and a few women's.
Oh yeah.
For me, I think the music video that I saw was After Dark, which, oh god, that's such a good song.
Man.
Like, if you watch a lot of, like, reels or, like, synthwave TikToks, you hear that song, it's, like, it's so good.
I don't watch TikTok, so.
Yeah. Well, I do, like, YouTube. Mr. Kitty After Dark, that's a song. Oh, God, I love that song. Oh, God, okay. I was just looking it up. I have to show you this. Okay, so I looked up After Dark. First one is the video. The second one is literally the clip that I was telling you about. Literally the second result.
Oh my god, dude! Did you see that wall of cassettes? Dude, that is nostalgia bait right there.
Sometimes I'll watch like videos of like places. Okay, let's go back in time. We're way off topic. I don't care. Let's go back in time. Where do you guys want to go? You want to go to Funkoland in the 90s? You want to go to a mall, Suncoast Video? Because you know there's videos exploring these places. Where do you guys want to go?
I miss malls, dude.
Where do you want to go? Chat, also give me suggestions because I want to do this.
I have no historical leanings one way or another.
All right, what's see, Robert Downey Jr. was still cracked out. Yeah. Oh God.
What?
All right. You guys ready for a nostalgia trip?
Sure.
Hit me with it.
Oh. Oh, Genesis.
It does what Nintendo. I want to go back to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Look at the prices. $79. What game is that?
Is that Phantasy Star 2?
4, I think.
Oh. This is 1990, though. It says 1990.
Oh, so no, it couldn't have been.
Okay, it's just
just think, it's that price, no microtransactions, no extra BS. It probably works.
Yeah, you got the full game. Yeah.
Full game, yeah, no stupid updates.
Oh, and you got an awesome full color manual, you know.
Oh yeah, man, I miss those so much.
Oh, look at that.
Like they
Wow.
taunt you these days. They have a place for the manual, but they don't have manuals in the game.
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, some of them have a place for the cassette, and they don't
See,
even have that. It's a download.
If I had a
Yeah.
time machine, I would like go back to the mall in like the 80s and just walk around.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Melee K! How you
Hey.
doing? Oh,
Welcome to the party, pal.
welcome to the party. Yeah.
Man.
I just felt like looking at old footage and whatnot. Oh God, yeah, I think I saw that.
There's a Kmart in Guam. One of my friends lives there.
I think that one closed.
Yeah, well, he was just there this past week. He's like, dude, do you know there's still Kmart's?
Did you know that Toys R Us still exists in Canada?
Really?
Yep. I went to
Yeah.
one just this week for Christmas shopping.
Oh, man. Wish they'd spare us some Toys R Us down here in Canada's trousers.
Trust me, you don't want it. It's all overpriced these days. And they took out those little game devices, with the demo games.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
It's really shitty. My younger cousin, she's like 19. Her boyfriend was out with us shopping while she was out at work, and he said because he used to live in New Brunswick, and he
near me.
worked at the Toys R Us there. He said, yeah, we were there when they started taking them out. He said it really sucks, honestly.
Wow. Did Canada also have the whole Jeffrey ad campaign?
I don't remember, but we don't have them anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, Melee K is also Canadian, so yeah.
Oh, they got
There's
rid of
one-
video games?
Oh God, this is gonna take me back. Oh my God.
Remember the time.
Also, going back to the Amber Heard thing, can I just say how crazy it is that Elon Musk defended her publicly?
Yeah, and he paid for her defense. Hey, Linux
Yeah.
guy.
There are other things that he defended that I do disagree with as well.
We're not going there. I told you. We're not going. Okay. All right. So
I don't understand what you're talking about, but
speaking of Kmart,
Oh my God, look at that.
this is a Kmart in 2000.
Boy, I miss it.
25
That-
years ago, quarter century ago.
Am I seeing Pokemon
Yeah.
there? Is that what's right there? Oh man, that brings
Oh,
me.
Game Boy.
Yeah, that's Tony Hawk on Game Boy Color. I own that game. Oh, Towers Like Me to Rescue.
Wow.
what did Elon Musk do that we don't defend?
There's a big war that
No. We're not getting.
Go
we're
on
not
Twitter.
going there.
$29.97, dude. Like
Man.
$30 Game Boy game.
So that's getting into getting into the politics that I don't want to get into.
Just go on Twitter. You'll learn as much as you want to know.
Yeah, it's a whole
Yeah.
wall of. God, look at those.
Because
are
Elon was tapping that he can afford new bed sheets every now and then.
he had a litter box next to the bed. Oh, PC games.
Oh
Remember when
God.
PC games.
Oh,
existed?
that's what I really missed.
These are
man.
big box PC games too. These are big box. I
Yeah.
thought they phased
Yep.
them out by
Die
the
Hard
this time.
trilogy, the original
Oh,
Half-Life.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Looks like Trophy Bass. World of Warcraft. No, not World of Warcraft. Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness.
Back when you had physical PC games, man.
Die Hard, the video game.
Oh, and they got strategy guys right
Oh
there.
yeah, all the
Yep.
Primo ones with the red. Yeah, holy crap.
SmackDown, Ready to Rumble.
Oh, this hurts, dude. This is really the nostalgia.
Oh, Diablo 2.
Yep.
Those guys
They
were
sold
nice.
Diablo 2 for like 10 years straight at my local Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I
Those
think I have like
strategy
3
guys-
copies of it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Those strategy guys were really nice just because of the art in them. They went all
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Dude, that's why I
got-
bought those strategy guides.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Warcraft was the shit for sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh God, those controllers. Shit, wait, kid, don't do it. Don't do it, kid.
It's too late.
Yeah. The remake of Diablo 2 was pretty good. That was like the last thing Vicarious Visions worked on before they got sent to the Call of Duty mines.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, those
Oh,
are
God,
they're on a farm.
They have Super Nintendo games. They're Super
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo
Oh yeah.
games.
Nice.
That poor cow they're milking is like long dead, but they're still going for it.
Yeah. Oh, that every retro gaming YouTuber they gotta have one of those.
Yep.
God. Oh, Pac-Man. Is that a Barbie game right there?
Yeah, it's a Barbie game. God. Yeah, and the weird thing is I haven't been to any of these stores in probably 10 years.
Oh, there's Pokemon.
So this is how I remember them.
Oh God, yeah, I remember when Kmart, my local Kmart, got rid of video games. That was sad. I think there was some PlayStation games right there.
Is that kid pregnant? Oh.
Oh God. What the heck?
Is he like, dude, he's shoplifting. We just caught a shoplifter. He's got like a game under his shirt. Yeah, zoom in. We want to ID this kid from
Zoom in and Hans. This guy's probably like pushing 40 right now.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
25 years ago, man. Yeah.
Sir, we'd like to talk to you about something you did 20 years ago.
That's why he's grabbing him by the neck. He's like, we got
At
to
a
take
store
you
that
out.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, like this building's probably raised like a parking lot now.
Yeah.
FBI, open up.
Yeah.
Also, like, look at the haircuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody
They
thought
look
that was
normal.
cool.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, they're gonna put him in Guy Gardner into the next.
Bad boys, bad boys. Oh, there's some VHSs right there.
Oh, Austin Powers.
Yeah, I saw that. He's gonna pull a Bart Simpson, guys.
Yep. You're gonna go get what was it, that golf
Can we
game?
talk about the heat that Nathan Fillion's caught for playing Guy Gardner?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say, I think he's a perfect choice for Guy Gardner, and I get that his haircut is comic accurate, but I'm sorry, it just doesn't work.
No, it looks stupid, but it's like supposed to look stupid, and I defend it, and people are like, "Don't defend this. This isn't comic accurate at all." Well,
It is comic accurate. It just
I literally
comic.
pulled up an image from Batman Brave and the Bold because that's like where a lot of the younger generation knows him from.
CD player.
Yeah, they had coal chamber.
We all did stupid shit. Yeah. Honestly, I had some questionable haircuts. I mean, no one needs to see my driver's license photo.
God,
Trust me, my driver's license photo makes that haircut look like the height of fashion. So,
Agreed, Dave. Warhammer 40k and Armor Core episodes of Secret Level are great.
Yeah. I also
like, I'm trying to
Super
find shots where they actually show the games. I think that's like a NFL game right there.
Yeah, they're all a bunch of PS1 games.
Oh, Dino Crisis right there.
Oh yeah. There you go,
Squint.
zooming in.
Oh, Digimon!
Oh yeah,
Spyro.
Digimon World, nice.
Spyro. Oh, someone's a Digimon fan. That game's actually kind of good.
That game's that game's fantastic.
Medieval.
Medieval.
Nice, that's a good series.
Jet Moto. I still have my CD player, my high school CD player somewhere around here. Actually,
Yeah,
I know exactly where it is.
I thought the Mega Man one on that Secret Level was pretty badass too.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was pretty good.
I couldn't the Dungeons and Dragons one. I'm like, no, sorry.
Yeah, it was all right.
First one, but they had this like mannish woman as like the bar. I'm like, oh god, it's
Yeah.
Wizard of the Coast.
True.
Like
That's true.
I don't know why like it. I have like no tolerance for that anymore, and I hate that I have no tolerance for that.
I mean, I get it. It's because it's shoved into everything.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
hey, if you want to have a
the
masculine character, it's got to be a butch woman.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to see my high school CD player?
You have a high school. Wait, what?
All right, 1 second.
Is it the one with like the 5 disc changes?
I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those situations where
I was there
I think it's
2,000 years ago.
yeah.
See,
I had
for
I
me,
called it right.
You know, here's a cruel trick of when you get old.
Put up, so
When you get old, time passes by quicker. to me that quarter century ago, I was like, yeah, that's just a few years ago.
Yep.
like I still feel like that wasn't that long ago, and it's like, dude, like that's the entire grade school and university. Like,
Same with the 2000s for me. It's like, oh man, it's like, oh, it was just yesterday. Nope.
yeah.
For me, it's like a lot of stuff from the 2010s. Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh shit, the video's still going.
Dreamcast controller.
What's he gonna steal next?
Yeah.
He's a hardened criminal.
Yeah, we're playing like a new video game where we're like store security controlling the camera.
Oh, there's a Five Nights at Freddy's spinoff for you.
Oh, I'd love to play that. Yeah.
Oh,
Art Thief.
remember the Tomb Raider game from I forget what color.
I
Oh,
didn't
God,
even know
yeah.
that existed.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, look, Pokemon Blue and
Yep,
Red.
and red.
Yeah, Mission
And
Yellow's
yellow.
right there. Yep.
Oh man, that's all of them.
Tony Hawk for
Isn't
you.
there a
What
green
color?
one?
Yeah, that was in Japan.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
emerald green or just green.
Yeah, just green. And then when they did the remakes, it was Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Gotcha.
Because the way they did is they had like the original run of Pokemon that was only in Japan, and the sprites were like really terrible, and the game was even more glitchy than it is now.
Oh man.
And so they came out with a Pokemon Blue version, and that blue version was used as the basis for the international versions. So the versions we got was based off of Blue, and Blue had updated sprites, and they fixed some of the bugs.
Gotcha.
And then there's Pokemon Yellow.
And in the like, so I know that his default name in Japan was Satoshi. Was it?
Satoshi, I believe.
Yeah, Satoshi. Yeah, same thing.
Well, it's actually based off the creator, because the creator of Pokemon is Satoshi Tajiri.
Yeah, although it's through the American accent. But yeah, same. But yeah, and then they called him Ash Ketchum in the American version,
And they made him a freaking savage. He's a sass master. And then they dumped him down in later seasons. They made him all nicey bland, and it's disgusting. I'm like, where's my boy? Where is my sassy boy? What have you done to him?
He got hit with the Flanders bat really hard.
Oakley dokley. You need like the Japanese, like yo.
Also, I love that shot in Pokemon where he just like checks out Misty's ass.
I think my favorite, one of his sassier moments, I forget what it was, but she said something like, something to do with, a beautiful woman, and she's like, well, why don't you check over here? And he's like, Misty, please, Brock's already going crazy.
He's got to show you his Pokemon.
It's sort of like, we've already got one delusional person in this group. We don't need two.
Because yeah, Pokemon was just Pocket Monster, and they made a portmanteau out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Brock's got to show Misty his Pocket Monster.
Yeah, his Onyx.
No, what were the little brown guys that were underground that like you just
Diglett?
Yeah, he's got a Diglett popping out of his fly. Like
This is an actual frame from the show.
So this man.
I'm actually surprised. Not a lot of people talk about
Hey,
it.
Herman.
Brock's got kind of a sad backstory. Like, his parents are neglectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they ever revealed what happened between him and that professor.
Oops.
I think it was very clear that like he came onto her and she said no, he's heart crushed, or they might have had an intimate relationship and then she dumped him for another guy. That's what I don't know.
Which is sad. I feel like they kind of hint towards Brock's infatuation with women just being like, he's lonely. Like, yeah, he's a bit of a perv, but at the same time, you get the sense that he had to grow up kind of quickly because of his parents' neglect and having younger
Oh,
siblings.
Herman. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff with like, there's like the Poke War theory, like why there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
like middle-aged men. It's always either young men or old men in the Pokemon universe. And
What was
like
it?
Lieutenant Surge.
Yep, I was about to mention Lieutenant Surge. He talked about some stuff like that.
I also think one of Ash's best moments is when they finally reveal Brock's father, and he's like, "Oh, so you're the no good deadbeat who ran away," like right to his face.
Yeah, that's what I love about season 1 Ash. Like you said, he's freaking savage.
No fucks given at all.
Yeah.
And I love him. He's my baby boy. And
See,
then
that's
they
what
go bland as toast. Not even toast, just white bread on like a white.
See,
unsalted
that's
cracker.
why I love Ash and Misty, because both people they gave as good as they got.
Yep. Bug Pokemon are one of the 3 most disgusting things in the world. Well, we know you're on the list, so what's the third?
God. Oh man.
I think that's why people like Ash, especially like the original one, because he was earnest. Like he actually did love Pokemon. Like I think that's why Bye Bye Butterfree hit so hard, is because Caterpie was like one of his first Pokemon, and Caterpie was so clutch in a lot of early battles. Like, I'm sorry, I can't watch Bye Bye Butterfree without actually tearing up.
I think earlier season, like even just like the first couple seasons, Ash was a very dynamic character. He wasn't perfect. He had a lot of flaws, but he was still a good enough person that you want to see him succeed in every battle, in every situation. Like the fact that he took in someone else's Charmander after they left it to die because it was too weak for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see that get repaid when Charmander becomes Charmeleon and then later Charizard, and he just stops listening to Ash. And Ash is like, okay, well, he wants to be off at this Charizard reserve where he can, like, be with his own.
Oh, Misty, you're missing a lot of the beats of that story. Because, like, Charmeleon would not listen to him. Then evolved to Charizard. He never gave up on Charizard. Like,
yeah.
Like even though Ash would had every reason to dump him at Oak Slab, he didn't give up on him. He earned Charizard's respect, legit. And then they had that great thing in the Char-Cific Valley. Ash and Char's like screw Pikachu. Charizard is his ace.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, you could always tell that Ash was doing his best with what little he had, and even in the first couple of episodes when he first meets Misty and steals her bike to protect Pikachu, you can see the reason why she joined him. It isn't just because, oh, he knows me a new bike. It's really because she saw this really earnest, if a bit dumb, kid who was trying to do the best he could.
Yeah, that's why like at the end of the series when it's revealed, oh yeah, we've had your new bike for a while. She's actually disappointed because now she doesn't have a reason to do with Ash. Yeah, but that was Charizard was wanting to take down Magmar. See, one of my biggest disappointments was during the X and Y series. It would have made perfect sense to Mega Evolve Charizard, okay? Like, the other guy was using a Charizard. There's 2 different versions. One's X, one's Y. They had to literally invent a Mega Evolution. Ash and his Greninja. It would have made perfect sense. Because Mega Evolution is based around the bonds between your Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, and there's 2 different variations. So you can have X Charizard, X versus Charizard. Sorry.
It really upsets me that the later seasons decided to not only keep Ash dumb, I think they even dumb him down in quite a few instances, but they make him this bland, nicey, Christian good boy, uwu type character, and I hate it so much.
He releases way too many of his Pokemon. Like in the X and Y, he finally gets a pseudo legendary. He has a Goodra, and he releases it. Like he gets a pseudo legendary. Like these are like very good Pokemon.
Yeah, gotta catch them all and then release them immediately.
Catch and release them all.
So apparently Ash is a fisherman.
Or he works for ICE.
No, it's fine.
But like, I don't know what it was, but like the Sun and Moon season, especially, they make him so ewy nice. And like, I like genuinely nice characters, but Ash was never just like a one note good person. He was an asshole to a lot of people for good reason, though.
I think a lot of it is
they lost the tone with
four
mad.
kids. See, four kids lost the rights around the Diamond and Pearl era. Like that's why we got the Pokemon and the Mirage Master. Because I remember watching that. That was the one where they had like the new voice actors, and it did not sound right. And then like after it went off the Kids WB, it went to Cartoon Network. I think that's when. Say what you will about 4Kids, but I think the 4Kids Pokemon dub is great.
Well, aside from a few hiccups and flubs and stuff.
You don't like jelly donuts?
No. But I will say the voice acting is really good. They got the voice cast right away. I think Ash's original voice actress is kind of just iconic.
Veronica Taylor. Which, by the way, if you ever see her at conventions, she can do the Ash voice. She goes right into the Ash voice. And it sounds pitch perfect, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty much her natural voice because, like, I've seen her in other English anime stuff, and she does the voice, the Ash voice there too. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of sad that they went so far in one direction with Ash's character that he basically became unrecognizable, both in terms of design and also like personality.
Okay, so this is from 13 years ago, but still. Wait. Okay.
So whoever has the mic knows. Okay. You say Pikachu's Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Watch this. Listen.
What am I saying? Okay. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
Sorry. I became 12 years old again. Oh God. See, this is what really makes me mad. Because the X and Y, they really upped the art style for that. And then they went to that like really rough style for Sun and Moon. It was such a downgrade.
Not just rough, they completely butchered the faces on them. Oh my god. What were they thinking? They simplified it so much it doesn't even look like the right show. It looks like a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff.
Okay.
Even that's being generous.
I think I got it. It's Angry Nana today, right? Bingo! But riddle me this.
Oh God. Sorry. I saw this and I was like, it was kind of curious. Sorry. But yeah, I love like voice actors. I just gotta say it. Seeing them do some of like their classic voices, it just makes me happy.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Especially like sometimes like cameos really great. Because okay.
You can get a hot voice actress to talk dirty to you for $200.
Wait, wrong site. Wrong site. Okay, I just want to hear this one.
Colonel, I've got some new intel. Apparently Liquid is working with a guy named Rick. I kid you not. He turns himself into a pickle. He's called Pickle Rick.
Do you think love can bloom on the battlefield? Oh my god. So yeah, I'm looking forward to 2026.
2025. Oh my god, man, you're going too far.
Yeah,
we're going too far.
25.
I'm hacking too much time. By the way, if you haven't seen Kung Fury, you need to see that. That is a great short.
Out of time.
Dave, I'm just gonna say this.
I did, yes.
Rule. I was traveling into a faraway land, into a world where monsters rule. I literally have the entire series on my hard drive.
Good man. That show rocks.
Oh, I actually saw this clip where I think his name is Chris Sabak. He was doing a playthrough of one of the Dragon Ball games, and he was like ad-libbing clips as Goku.
Did you ever see that clip of Master Roshi was the only one who got the joke? When it was Chi-Chi's talking about, she's like, I'm spending all day, you know, and I'm at home, and Goku's the only one helping me pound my tuna. And you just hear
That's the abridged version, yeah.
And then Krillin's like, well, if he's gonna pound tuna, then can't I come over and pound tuna too?
So, I've actually never played in the Monster Rancher games. I really want to try the remake. Fun. Like the port they've done of Monster Rancher 1 and 2. I need to play that one. But honestly, real men play Jake Cocoon. That's what what separates the men from the boys. What separates the men from the boys are the ones who play Dragon Warrior Monsters.
Oh.
That was a true man's game. All right.
At least someone else played Jake Cocoon. That was good stuff.
So basically what we got going forward for you is tomorrow I'll be doing some more Legend of Zelda. You guys seem to be really liking that, so we're doing that. I will say I have looked into Tears of the Kingdom. Mm-hmm. I got it running in the emulator. Fuck Nintendo, but it's like a really bad frame rate, so I gotta tweak it a little bit. If anyone knows Ryujinx and wants to help me out, I'd be happy to work with you. Yeah, on Monday, Jared's not available. Nope. So what I'm going to be doing instead is streaming some KOTOR, the Switch version, because the PC version is ass. Yeah, that's how bad it is. The Switch version, emulated, runs better than the PC version.
Oh no!
And I'll be doing that with my girlfriend. She'll be actually in the stream because she is a huge Star Wars nerd, so that'll be fun. Tuesday, I don't know if I'm doing a stream yet. That's literally New Year's Eve. If you guys want me to do a New Year's stream, I will. But I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe play some games or talk. I don't know. That's to be determined. But after that, it's just stuff as normal. So, all right, everybody. Chill. Starting with Chris.
All right. Yeah, let's see. There's my link for...
you had that ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, so Infinitale Chronicles, Book 1 was released back in 2021. It's available on Amazon. Book 2 is coming in a couple of months, Q1 2025. And yeah, we got the sign-up page out there, pre-launch stuff, get you cool exclusive perks that can't find elsewhere. Yeah, if you're a fan of like 80s and 90s inspired fantasy stuff, pre-political correctness or like, whatever we have for modern.
Buy his book. Buy his book.
Yeah, I think you'll like it if you're a fan of that stuff. Record of Lodos War. God, what else?
Dreamcast game, great Dreamcast game, by the way.
Hell yeah, yeah. Even the old the Dungeons and Dragons cartoons, Pirates of Darkwater. If you're into that stuff, I think you'll enjoy the Infinitale Chronicles.
Not really. She's been in chat before. If you've ever seen me highlight Cajun Fire in the chat, that is her. She's not a person who's online. I'm not doing those epic team ups, but yeah, she is also a content creator, but she does stuff on like TikTok or whatever. I'm sorry, Chris. I totally interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say because I was like, yeah, you really enjoy this. You're like, yeah, not really. I'm like, oh, geez, thanks.
I am so sorry. Finish what you're saying. I'm so sorry.
Well,
That's
pretty much my pitch. So if you're into fantasy stuff and you like comics, check us out. Got the link there. The chat, and you'd be helping me out so that I can continue this 10-book series. And toward the end, after we get the 10-book series out, we'll take it back. I've already had some nice previews with some big screens, cards, and stuff, and it's got some pretty positive reception. So hopefully we can get the 10-book series out to introduce you to the world of the game, and then you can get into the game and crash it all you want. So yeah, and thanks for having me.
All right, Nix, what do you got to show for us?
Nothing of my own creation. Just go play Infinity
And sub
Nikki.
to Nix on Twitch.
It's free.
Follow Nix on Twitch.
Yeah, sure. I won't be doing anything until after the new year, but I'm taking a break, I think, from all internet stuff after tomorrow night for a little while, because I just need to wind down after the fiasco that was Christmas.
So, yeah. Chris, read this. Oh, so Melee K says Chris has some of the highest production in indie. Definitely does support. I 100% agree with that.
Agreed. Yeah.
Thank you.
I endorse this message.
Sorry,
that was Melee K. That was Melee K saying that. I wanted to highlight that.
Hell yeah, man! Appreciate it.
All right. Okay.
But.
Oh, you were saying something?
Huh? I was gonna just say, yeah. I fully. I'm shilling Infinity Nikki. It's free to play. There's in-app purchases, but you can get it on the computer, on console, on your phone. Have fun, kill some enemies, collect stuff. It's got everything.
Yeah, I'm sure Nick's lamentates over it. So yeah, Dave, I got a feeling. I'm sorry, I'm hopeful. I think 2025 is going to be a good year. Definitely going to be interesting. But real quick before I go, just want to say, Street Fighter Issue 4 production begins in February. I'm gonna, after I do a con, get some money. I'm gonna. There will be a new artist for it. Brian has moved on. We parted on good terms. So that's all good. No beef there. I should have some more Quartermain stuff to show you January, February, and then I'm currently working on rewrites for Chapter 3. I just got to rewrite Chapter 4, and then things should progress a lot quicker. We're looking for a summer release for that book. All right, everybody, it's been good. Nah, kid, I'm just kind of chill.
All right. I was wondering about that. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Rude. All right, I got the link in the.
Well, it's you. Right. It's you. I gotta.
Fair enough. So, I did have to postpone the release of my book, Shadows of the Argent Tower, but it will be coming at the beginning of this year, upcoming year, 2025. So that's something to look forward to for this upcoming year. It's sort of a dark fantasy world, heavy on the horror, set in more of a modern setting, but not really urban fantasy, but more.
Where's the Doomslayer?
Where's the Doomslayer? There's definitely a Doomslayer.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear that title, Shadows of the Argent Tower, I think
know.
It's like a Doom lore novel.
I didn't
Sounds badass.
know there was a Argent Tower before I made that. So
well, no, the new Doom games are all about like ardent energy or whatever. So.
Right. Well, Argent's just another word for silver, and that's kind of where I came up with that. It's the Silver Tower. But
are there 32 Ardent Towers?
Nope, there's just the one.
Okay.
And it's filled with wizards. Maybe a few demons, but mostly wizards.
You're a tower wizard. All right.
So
continue.
yeah. So it follows Alessa as she tries to become a wizard and ends up getting involved with demons. So
kinky.
Yes, not in that way.
It sounds hot, not gonna lie.
Well, Alessa's pretty hot. You ever seen art of her?
Is she a redhead?
No, she's a blonde.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to disappoint.
I am disappointed.
All right, so yeah, that'll be coming out this next year. I'm thinking end of February, somewhere around that timeline.
All right, when that book is out, make sure to hit me up, Pence, and I'll give you some spotlight. You can come on the show, promote your book in earnest. But thank you, everybody. We actually went way over. Like, usually I try to go for 2 hours, but we're just having so much fun. We just went over almost 3 hours. I'm actually kind of surprised. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go get some ice cream because I'm a fat fuck, like I said. You slide dogs, you got me honest. But no, thank you, everyone. This was a great episode. I had a blast. Screw you, Pence. Thank you, Nix. Thank you, Chris.
Man.
Screw you, too.
All right. I can only show you the door. You're the one that's to walk out. Frick you. Bye.